here. I also, it's usually a bad idea to advertise other streams while you yourself are trying to get people to watch your games. But Happy Cloud, who's here with me today, Tyler One's about to get Challenger. Is that the case? Is he right on the cusp? What's the deal? Also, chat, let us know if we're echoing.
So he's 2-4, I think, on the day. He's like 373 LP, and he needs to be 431 for the cutoff for Challenger. So he's close. He needs to. I think he would need to win like 3 more games. Ideally. I've been cheering him on. I miss Tyler One's streams. I love his streams.
Was he not streaming for a little while, or like what?
He's not streaming at all, actually.
Whoa!
He's still not streaming. So someone's like cashing in on his like he basically just said it like he just wasn't gonna stream until he got Challenger. And he does this a lot because he's a psychopath. I think he's kind of crazy. But he just is like, I'm not gonna. He's addicted to the league and he wants Challenger, so he's just not gonna do it. So there's every time he does this, there's always like a channel that like spectates his games, and so this channel is sitting at 8.6K actually.
Ooh.
On viewers. But anyway, so after you're done watching Low Budget LCS,
go over to what sounds like an even more low budget. Watch the stream.
Well, actually,
that's following.
I feel bad like advertising for them because like they're just getting money off this dude, right? Because they're like, I don't think they don't have any affiliate. He doesn't get any cut of this,
right?
But I just want to watch because
you know what, guys?
I like his stream. I want him to come back to stream, so I want him to get Challenger. Anyway, they first pick Syndra.
Help Tyler One out. Drop him a follow. The low budget LCS does what it can to help the community. It sounds like Tyler One needs our help.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say I'm a little surprised that Droxers is known for his Caitlyn.
Yeah.
It's a known thing. He talked about it on his interview.
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of these players, Yo Daddy's daddy for sure, Bigfoot, they've played with this man. They know him. He got a pentakill last week.
Absolutely.
You know, it was handed to him a little bit, not taken away, but like it's not like he's like did this insane, amazing 1v5. He's just fed Caitlyn, just like popping kids. But he got super fed. He was popping off regardless, right? And they gave him his Caitlyn.
They gave him his Caitlyn again. That is a mystery. By the way, intros aside, I just want to let you and the audience know that I wolfed down at near illegal speeds an entire plate of Chinese food right before this cast. So we are on a ticking clock before I fall asleep. I'm going to fight through it, but if you notice my speech slurring and perhaps hear a thump, it's because I've lapsed into a food coma.
I hope you don't.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't leave you to solo cast.
I mean, it's okay. Like, it's not the end of the world, but...
Right, of course. No, I will survive. We will push through this together as one in the LBLCS family. These are some interesting teams. Buggleberry Finn on Lux again. By the way, the Bigfoot Buggleberry Finn, I have a fun little stat for everyone here today, which is that Buggleberry Finn and Bigfoot in scrims have scrimmed against each other 20 times in the offseason is the number that I was given this morning. So these are two laners that are very familiar with each other. And this Syndra is a very strong champ in general, but I imagine he's going to do his darndest to just murder Buggleberry as much as possible. As a mid laner, what do you think about the Syndra Lux matchup?
So I've recently been playing a lot of Syndra. That was a champ that wasn't in my wheelhouse before.
Right.
I think
your wheelhouse got another wheel in it.
Is overpowered.
Sure.
I think she is like really strong. So I think this is a bad pick. Don't pick Silas. Just gonna say that. That was okay. We'll see how he does.
Defiant.
So I pick Set into Silas all the time.
Sure.
So I think playing Silas into Set is very difficult. I don't think that's a good matchup. Now, there are a lot of decent ults for Silas to take, but it's like Silas is a champ that's like very risky to run because if he falls behind at all, he's like really useless. He has to be like at the power curve or like actually even like above. Like he'll always kind of be above the power curve if he's even because of the
Mm-hmm.
way he works with his healing. Um,
Sure.
but back to mid, I think Syndra is potentially bad against champs that outrange her, so Lux might be like an okay pick. But I think Syndra is insane. I
Yeah.
think that champ is like really powerful. I think I would rather have a Syndra on my team than a Lux at like all points of the game. Maybe the super late game Lux is better, but like
Right.
even then, I think Syndra still scales really well. I really like the comp from the side of Joe Exotic's ex-husbands, which is on the
Yes.
left here. They have the set, which is really good into the Trundle.
Mm-hmm.
Um, gets to toss Trundle into the back line. They have a lot of immobile carries. I think Echo scales really well. Syndra scales really well, and then they have a really strong bot lane. I would say a bot lane that can contest the Caitlyn Nami.
Mm-hmm.
I would have liked to see the Morgana here because a Nami player, but I do think that like I like Morgana more because it just limits like it makes champs like Syndra and Leona, even Echo like a lot worse.
Absolutely. I completely
Um,
agree about that, Morgana. Let's see. Oh, we also have the coach of Joe Exotics in the chat, it looks like. Dark Loric says he's Joe Exotic's coach. Draft diff, lol. No, I do agree about that. The Morgana pick for sure. I think Leo Lucian is like super super scary, and if it can get on you,
I'm
that's.
Arcadius claims he's Joe Exotic's coach.
Now hold on a second. I no, we have a explicit ban on Spartacus moments. People are not allowed to stand up and claim the identity of the aforementioned person who stood up and claimed the previous identity. Uh, and that now someone you don't know is Dirty Dan, but that's sort of his own
It's a
thing.
SpongeBob meme. Message Bigfoot.
I think he's in a game.
Dark Loric. I believe it. I believe it's you. To be honest,
He
not
will.
gonna.
I need. I'll need two different teammates.
I'm Titan Gaming's coach.
All right. Well, now we're all just. I'm the manager of a Wendy's, so.
Did someone say Titan Gaming?
Taste paste. Yeah, well, you sound like you're part of the taste pasters. Also, that is false.
That is
I am not the
that's
manager
the
of a
80.
Wendy's.
That's the 80 carry for the paste tasters.
Jesus God! All right, chat was really excited about this. Here's what I was really trying to say. I think the Leona Lucian is definitely a more scary lane than the Caitlyn Nami, and I agree that the Sylas into the set might be favored towards the Sylas. That being said, that Sylas was a last pick. I think it was highly motivated by the dope alts on the team of Joe, on the side of Joe Exotics. I think just being able to pick between Leona's alt and Syndra's alt is just awesome. Like those are going to be. I mean, and of course, Set and Lucian, I feel like have pretty good alt. I feel like Echo's alt won't be super helpful onto the Sylas, except for maybe an escape situation. But but yeah, that's why I think they picked that. Also, oh shit, yes, click the button in time. Uh, I think that
Hello?
hello.
There we go. Okay, like you were like cutting in and out for me, but it might have been on my.
Oh, and now you're cutting in and out for me. Chat, are we cutting in and out? Let us know.
Could be my internet.
Or mine. Who knows? Is this the moment when the grid goes down? Hard-hitting news coming to you first.
I have a new copy pasta I put in the chat for our support. I've done one now for each of my teammates, but the one from I have completed.
You are on point with those copy pastas. Will you also do me a favor and check, or will anybody in chat let me know if you can hear the noises in the game? Because if you can't, I'd like to fix that for you.
I can. I just checked the streams. I think you're
beautiful. Good. Oh my God! Breaking news: Leo is a little bit late out of the gate, And once again, for the third week in a row, Frank's Little Beauties with a tight, concentrated, very aggressive 5-man invade. That was just an inch off.
Walked back
oh
in.
my god! They still catch it! And that is for the third week in a row in the first game. They invade and they get a first blood. Oh my god, almost a second blood. Oh jeez. Oh, that is a spicy amount of damage. Wow! Folks, they are just a master at that beginning lunge into the enemy's jungle. They find someone, they trap them, and they kill them. They always run a couple forms of CC.
Have it ways to change the logos, but on stream we have the My No squares and the Happy Canadian logos.
Hilarious. I definitely don't. And for
Not
that,
a big deal.
I'm sorry.
Another friend.
Okay, guys.
Oh, thank you.
Anyway.
Whoever subscribed to us or followed us, thank you so much for that follow.
Crisis.
Hawk Crisis?
A Puck Crisis. APOKRISIS.
Apocryphal.
Puck Crisis. Puck Crisis.
Named after...
Guess what? It's irrelevant. It doesn't matter.
That's true. Hit us up in chat if you have if you want to explain your name. Buggleberry Finn and Bigfoot trading some damage. An electrocute proc. Well done by Bigfoot here. He's let's talk about records real quick. Joe's Exotic Husbands so far 0-4 in their matchups, and Frank's Little Beauties the exact opposite. So Joe's Exotic Husbands definitely coming in here with maybe nothing to prove, maybe everything to prove, but hopefully they're coming in with low shoulders, relaxed, and Frank's Little Beauties definitely have a little bit of a... Okay, we got an engage here. Looks like Leona getting in on this Leo. There is no first blood to take, but a great flash out. Well done.
Apocrysis says TLDR.
Yes?
Greek philosophical
That's
term.
fucking what I was... Yes, sorry,
Schism.
keep going.
It means a schism.
I like that guy.
Schism. Great song as well.
Schism's a great song?
Schism and by Tool.
Beautiful. I haven't heard...
Maybe the most popular Tool song? I'm not sure.
Chat, let us know what you think about
It is
Tool.
a great song, he says. True.
Oh!
Tool's a good band.
This guy knows everything.
Remember, friends, if you want your message read
Also
in
remember
chat,
that
you can
Leona
highlight
dives
it.
right
Oh
in
my
here. The
God,
Mighty
yeah.
Fool taken out by this vicious Leona Lucian. Alliteration for the win. Sorry, Cloud, you were saying something.
Oh, it's okay. I was going to say you can highlight your messages in chat if you want to get them read. It's a -100 from Bistro Mathematics. I will say, yeah, so I think Nami is like, I don't know. They nerfed Nami recently. I don't know why they did.
Ooh, set and... Okay, the W comes out. God, a lot of dashing back and forth, but Silas has the level advantage here, and a lot of minions, too. I don't know. Oh my god, the Ignite comes out! Bakuni brings it home! Beautiful duel right there.
Yeah, so Yo Daddy's daddy took Ignite in this lane. And he fought him in that like you pointed out, that massive minion wave, and then Silas had a level advantage. So Silas with a level advantage is definitely a lot stronger in the 1v1.
Mm-hmm.
And taking Ignite and dying there is definitely not worth it, because you lose now like a triple minion wave that he built up.
Yeah, that's...
And although I do think this matchup is like pretty set favored, if you manage to die or fall behind, then you're kind of screwed, because now he doesn't have Ignite.
Right.
Silas is gonna back for some CDR. He probably never out trades him. And yeah, so.
Oh my god, wait, this is... Hold on, some other hard-hitting news. This is LeWave. LeWave is back.
Yeah, this is LeWave.
I believe...
Did they pick him up?
Well, he was always on the team. He just had some business to take care of, I believe. In the first 2 weeks, this could be an entirely different Joe's Exotic Husband. Ex-Exotic Husbands, I'm sorry. Oh, we've got the return duel right here. Let's see how it goes. The W, a little bit of a dodge there. Doesn't deal any damage during the shield. Oh, Leona tagged. Oh, okay, double bubble? No, not double bubble. Leona's back in, walking away, trying to get some distance, forced to flash this giant Trundle, this giant Troll King fighting, but we go to the top lane where Yo Daddy's Daddy is killed! Cooney takes the next 1v1 as well. Well done. Trolls are scary. Uh-oh. Wait, he's got level 6. God, the camera doesn't want us to see that. I'm not sure why Bigfoot didn't ult right there. Thank you, whoever followed us. What Greek philosopher are you named after?
Alacia.
Alacia. Maybe not a Greek philosopher. Maybe a... what other great theological minds will we find in our chat? Perhaps a Sumerian one. Who knows? Anyways, we're back to the game. Red team takes this dragon. This is Bug Sawyer on his infamous Trundle. Not that he can't... Oh, a great tag. Leo gets him right in turret range. Droxers flashes out immediately. Let's see how they can kite out of this. Droxers, okay, we got an Ignite down. Wave chooses to back off. Not necessarily a bad idea at all. Okay, Harry the Penguin does not have ult. Doesn't matter. Bigfoot's here. Oh my god, steals Echo ult, uses it to dodge Syndra, goes back in. Cooney's a beast, forces a flash, and here comes Buggleberry Finn. The Lux with some damage. Set runs down, and everybody backs off. Woo! Well done. Oh my god, another tag right here. This Leona going in a lot. Droxer's looking pretty low. Space Crabs gets the kill. The Mighty Fool lands a nice bubble at the very end, but Wave walks out of there. All you need is 1 health to live, ladies and gents. It doesn't matter what happens until that last point of health is gone.
So I never touched, so I was touching on this earlier, and then there's just so much action.
Away.
They randomly nerfed Nami a couple patches ago.
Oh.
I don't know why. I never thought Nami was like OP. Apparently she was like OP at like the lower tier of play.
Sure.
But like, I don't know. I don't know why she's that OP. She got nerfed.
Sounds like a personal vendetta.
So he's playing on. So they're playing this like nerf Nami into what I assume is like a pretty bad matchup.
Right.
But
sorry to interrupt. Cooney seems to be trying to go in for another kill here. Steals that ult. Let's see. Yo's Daddy. Oh, has the ignite back. Cooney trying to get a little bit of distance. Sees that there's a wave. Oh, flashes in and is able to secure that kill. Cooney just doing a very good job of outdueling Yo Daddy's Daddies at this moment in the game. Really pressing his lead.
Busted. I don't know if Nami was busted. I feel like Nami was not nearly as good as like Janna or Lulu or now Soraka, right? Was she warranted getting a nerf? And the nerf was like pretty big too. They took like 20 move speed off of her passive or something crazy. So.
That's nuts.
Yeah, that was like Nami was really good with mages. Oh, maybe. I don't know. Regardless, they're playing a nerf Nami now into this like Leona Lucian lane, which I feel like is probably not a great matchup for them.
So speaking of Lucian, what do you think? So right now, we've got these mirrors of each other, this foil on the map right now. We've got this Sylas in the top lane who's super ahead, and then we've got this Lucian in the bottom lane who's got a pretty big lead himself. Who is going to be more useful eventually? Like, which bonus is going to bring them through to the end?
So if Space Crabs, you know, he's got the hands for it, he could definitely carry the game.
Sure.
I do think Sylas, like, getting ahead is really detrimental for the enemy team. Him getting this lead, he's going to be this, like, really strong mid-game monster, especially when he gets his, like, capped out CDR.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yo Daddy's Daddy just, I think, executed really poorly in this lane, for lack of a better term. Like, he definitely had, I think, like, taking Knight wasn't the correct idea. I think you can always just go for the 800 gold. Executioner's Calling, keep teleport. You should always win the 1v1s, and especially if you get, like, he still should have had Executioner's Calling. Because, like, Sylas wins trades by kind of, like, out-healing you, right? Just, like, out-sustaining you. And if we saw, like, most of these trades, top lane are...
Oh, hey, sorry, we've got a dive right here. Looks like Harry the Penguin maybe landing a double sum. No, Droxer's finding himself on the other edge. Let's see if that lasts. Yes, Droxer's getting at least 1 kill. Wave, the heal comes down. Looks like he might be able to get 2. Nope. Oh! From downtown! A beautiful snipe. A half-court shot. Buggleberry Finn bringing one home for the team.
Set might lose now, someone in the chat pointed out, but before he, like, messed up, I saying I think Set like auto wins for Silas mid. Like you can't really trade with him early, right? At this point, yeah, he's like kind of screwed. I don't think a Hex Drinker is gonna do anything. He probably should just get Merc Treads and then work towards like his like Black Cleaver or tank items or something. But that was pretty good from the side of Joe's Exotics. Harry the Penguin, really good job. Like you should always be camping or ganking your strong lanes because like if Trundle shows up, you're more willing to go for it. He might have had info that Trundle was in the area, so he said we can go for a dive here. It's unfortunate that Space Crabs was the one who started tanking the turret. He didn't let LeWave get turret aggro. LeWave, you know me from last season. I'm a big LeWave fan. He played that pretty excellently.
Oh yeah.
He just obviously got
sorry,
sniped.
Space Crabs here. Oh, never mind. Carry on.
He had the nice what's it called? Yeah, you have to get Pro Dive says you have to get Executioner's first item against Silas. Yeah, I think like if Set just first backs for Executioners, like Silas never beats him, but at this point he's like super. He just has to stop the bleeding.
So we're seeing a lot of play down here. It looks like okay, both teams coming down to this side of the map. Frank's Little Beauties. Okay, a good flash out. I don't know if does this Rift Herald get a charge? Yes. Wow, Rift Herald did get a charge off. Got some plates and they went to Trundle. Ukuni maybe looking for the kill here. Let's see. Okay, the ult comes out. Oh my god, and actually ulted him away. He ulted him out of the turret range and they both go down. A trade! Which, you know, is very good for Yo Daddy's Daddy.
So Yo Daddy's Daddy gets pretty good.
This is a lot of fighting right here. Let's see, LeWave does.
Pillar.
Yeah, caught by the pillar right there. Harry the Penguin gets caught up by this Nami thing. Tagged again as well. Let's see, a lot of damage coming up. But Harry the Penguin still alive. Droxers comes in with a headshot, placed the trap really well.
My god, he got bubbled into Lux Snare into Caitlyn Trap and just wasn't even able to use his ult.
That is so unfortunate. Wow.
So Yo Daddy's Daddy was able to get the Merc Treads there, which will actually help a lot. It's pretty effective versus like Nami and Lux as well. Looks like he's going towards Blade the Rune King. Which is good, but it's like delaying his spikes so much, you know? Like I think like maybe just going for like Cleaver is better at this point. You're not ahead. Also, this is something he might not know, but as someone who's now casted, I think almost every Joe Exotic game, or not Joe Exotic, Frank's Little Beauties
Frank's
game,
Little Beauties, yes.
Bug Sawyer always gets, he does not build like the traditional tank Trundle, and he goes for this like Phase Rush Warrior Trundle.
Right.
So like Blade is like a little less effective, right? Because like the only person who's building health now is Cooney.
Right.
It looks like Lux is building, but just bought a random Ruby Crystal, maybe just had 400 gold.
Ooh, Cooney, speaking of, lands that tag. Going in for the duel right here. Yo Daddy's Daddy using the W. Shield ticks away.
So see, without the Executioners, he can't like, Cooney just heals all that damage, right? It's so hard for him to trade back.
Right.
Again, he has 2 levels on him. It's probably irrelevant.
Oh, let's see if he lands this one. No. Oh. Still goes in. Yeah, just so much damage. Cooney did such a good job of after winning that first duel, like, okay, I've got a lead, I'm going to push it. But let's see, can he fight both these people right here? Harry the Penguin, okay, does get the shield. Cooney actually still saying he's going to continue to go in. This guy's level 7. Harry the Penguin goes down to Bugberry Finn, and a forced flash from the Set, as that was a very well-placed Lux ultimate. It really does look like that Joe's Exotic Ex-Husbands is going to have to win this through their bot lane and mid lane right now. First turret down. Frank's Little Beauties has done an amazing job. Oh my god, Cooney still lands that. Well done. God, Cooney is a beast on this. That's going to put a lot of pressure on the carries.
Really going to... Looks like he's like really starting to take over this game. They got the top turret.
Being super proactive about it.
Unless you're like a champ,
okay, hold on.
Oh, nice.
Wave. Okay. Nice attempted bubble, but looks like Mighty Fool might be going down. Is able to get into the turret range, but I mean, it's
not much Nami can really do, right? He just gets caught out by there. If he doesn't have his flash up, he's just gonna die. Good use of them like communicating just to go on Nami, like they were a little split at first. But yeah, like I said, I've kind of talked about this before. I don't if you're in the top lane, like unless you're playing a champ like maybe Darius or you have a spell book or something,
Mm.
not taking teleport is so risky because if you die to either like a 1v1 or a gank, like Yo Daddy's daddy, although he was able to get that
Let's see.
shutdown,
Hold
which is
on.
great. Okay.
Okay. Syndra ults. The trade of Syndra ults, and then a Lux ult.
Oh my god. Okay.
It's a nail biter.
But yeah, like it was probably the worst possible thing to happen to him. Like he died, and it was like while the wave was being slow pushed. So Cooney got like you said,
Speaking
such
of
an
Cooney,
advantage. Oh my god, yeah,
the man won't stop.
such an advantage, and because of that, and he's like really pushing it. Like he's doing exactly what he's supposed to do. Like he got the top turret. He's coming mid. And the issue is like I don't think that.
Ooh, the wave
I mean,
coming
I guess-
in. Okay, this is a lot of resources to just kill this guy. Oh, and they wanted to trade it over, but Cooney. Okay, the kill does
nice.
go over to Bigfoot. Well done. That was the health regen
Exactly
scary.
what they want.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, like I said, it's very strong. So I will say the one thing that they got going for them is normally I think they'd want to swap Silas into a side lane,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think Silas can 2v1 the Leona Lucian.
No.
So I think like them, it looks like now they're putting Droxer's top, but I think Cooney might have a little bit of a stall here where he might not be able to like potentially be a bully. Like if he's left 1v1, he can really like put pressure on someone because he's like potentially the strongest champ on the map right now.
Ooh, they're going after Bigfoot right here. Let's see, got some distance. Yeah, no more CC
Yeah.
they can lay down. I mean, we've seen Frank's Little Beauties play a couple times now, and we know that they've got excellent. Oh, this might be something right here. Wave around the corner, but a full combo onto Bigfoot. Let's see, the Caitlyn ult comes down, but they actually trade, and let's see who's in here. Bug Sawyer, this huge trundle, whapping away, flashes over the wall, and that is a 1 for 2.
Yeah, so
Just as Dragon's coming up.
that kill is good for them because like although they trade a 1 for 2, they got more gold out of that actually because they get the shutdown
Right.
on Buggleberry. It's not the end of the world. They have to give up this dragon. I would just give it up. Like you don't have to fight for this.
I think they're gonna go for
There's-
some sort of steal here.
Yeah, you don't have your jungler. There's like no way you win this.
Oh, but Cooney wants to fight. I mean, I think the way they win this is that there's an overcommitment from Frank's Little Beauties. Boy, it's still the first game where it's such a mouthful to say both of these. Both teams who've picked basically full sentences as their team
Yeah,
names.
Joe's and Frank's maybe.
Yeah,
Gotta
Joe's and Frank's.
Save my breath here, but
Absolutely.
I do think that it's
Ooh, mighty cool
it's
tank.
like it's the first.
Hey, this is the 2v1 you were talking about. Both ults coming out. Cooney still alive, but not able to regen enough. And then Harry the Penguin getting out of that situation. Echo ult coming in real handy there.
Yeah, so because Silas ended up going for the sorcerer shoes here,
Mhm.
he really isn't that tanky. Like so, if they have ignite like they do on the wave, then when he goes up against them, if he just gets like chain CC'd, he's not gonna be able to heal enough. And like we said, like definitely think that there is a chance that the game is they're only up by 1,000 gold, right? Like
Right.
they still have one more shutdown, two more shutdowns they can collect. Space crabs can definitely pop off this game.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is the furthest we've seen Frank's Little Beauties pushed so far, right? They're still in absolute objective control, but gold-wise, I feel like this is the closest gap we've seen come 20 minutes in any of the matches we've seen so far. And, I mean, it's still a bit of a coin toss. We're getting towards the point where, like, okay, next dragon is Soul. Like, that's a problem. But yeah, I don't know how you feel about how this matchup is playing so far. Ooh, I wonder if that Syndra ult was supposed to go there.
Yeah, so Syndra ult's like pretty bad when Silas takes it because he doesn't get like the benefit of the balls,
Right.
You can't add more balls to it. But yeah, I also would have gone Mercs if I was Silas as well. Someone said you go Ninja Tabby Mercs. So the people in chat are talking. I know we're gonna have a fight here, and I'm probably gonna get it cut off, but I'm gonna go. AD carry is
Absolutely,
Navi.
because we've got Leona ult coming down. This is a full 5v5 team fight. Nami ult coming down as well, and a spectacular display of nothing, as there are no fights.
People complain about AD carry. AD carry, like, yeah, if you solo queue AD carry, it probably isn't that fun. But as a role, AD carry is not weak. AD carry is like super OP. I still think. I refuse to think that like if you play MF, Aphelios, Ezreal, Varus,
Yeah.
Those champions. You have enchanters. You have these people to like make you unkillable 1v9 gods in the late game. Like people who think AD carry is weak are just like, yeah, you don't have much agency in the early game, and in solo queue, you definitely can
Another friend.
It's definitely rough because you're not going to be able to be strong in the early game.
Let me just
But
say,
you're not supposed to be strong in the early game.
Yeah, as it should be. Like that would be to take what AD carry is as a concept and then say like there's no point in the game in which you can be taken advantage of is insane.
Aphelios exists, guys. Aphelios is a thing.
Also, credit to Lewave there for just clearing 3 wards over and over again as they were as they were placed. That is.
Yeah, they're like artificially inflating his vision score there.
Absolutely. So far, though, vision score, the Mighty Fools got 10 up on him.
Yeah.
Ooh, Yo's dead. All right. Bug Sawyer's saying I don't want this. The Scuttle Crab is gonna go over to Joe.
Pretty sure Bug Sawyer would have smacked him around.
Absolutely.
Yo Daddy's Daddy is very weak right now.
Oh, Cooney misses that. CC right there.
Without Ignite or Morello, I don't think he can ever take that 1v1.
Oh, Buckleberry Finn, a beautiful Leona ult. That is 2 people at once. Lewave in here saying this is my job. But Buckleberry Finn with a huge laser laid down. And Harry the Penguin's got it back off. Beautiful. A Caitlyn ult right onto a trap. That is why Droxers picks Caitlyn. And that's why it's always a mistake to let him have it. Well done. Incredible situational awareness. Whew.
Okay, so great Leona ult by Lewave.
So good.
Buggleberry was forced to use his barrier and flash out.
Mm-hmm. Kid earned his
That
paycheck
Echo
today.
was a little troll. I think he thought he was going to die to the Caitlyn ult.
No, he was.
Probably would have lived.
No. Did you see how low his health was? It was like less than 10%. And like Caitlyn's hasn't. Oh, let's see what Cooney does here. Oh, gets knocked back. A beautiful flash by Bigfoot. The ult comes down, but they're getting some damage onto Baron. They know now. Actually, sorry. They've always known. They have Scuttle Crab, and now they're 1 person down. The question is, are they going to be able to do this fast enough? It doesn't look like it so far. This might be a recipe for disaster. They're going to turn right on it and almost immediately eliminate Space Crabs, but is able to get out. Yo Daddy's Daddy's got a big shield right now. Droxer's flashing, getting some space here. Uh-oh. Okay, Baron does not regen. This is a full turnover of the Baron. This is the first time we've ever seen Frank's Little Beauties flub objective control like that. And
Yeah,
well done to Joe's for taking advantage
Baron
of it.
Ambitious Baron take. Like, they're not that weak, guys. You're not that much stronger than them. The gold before that was, it wasn't
like
even,
2,000.
but like,
yeah,
you have, like you said, Echo is decently strong. You have Syndra, who is like, sitting on double pen with Ludens, and the spot lane, they're like not weak. So taking that is like, that was like,
totally changes
one of those plays
the momentum
where
of
it
the game.
seems like your hubris got ahead of you.
Yeah,
Droxter's is getting his Last Whisper. I don't know why he's building the Last Whisper. I think he needs to get his like a attack speed or more crit, because like the only one that has the armor right now is Lewave, but Lewave actually has like more health with the stone plate, right? And also if you're focusing Lewave, like that's not good for you, right? You got to be popping the back line. So this is like a really good spot for Joe's Exotics, and like you said, or like you alluded to, this is like kind of the first time we've seen Frank's Little Beauties be like challenged.
Right.
And this kind of happens with teams that apparently like scrim each other a lot. He has no flash, the Wave. I would just ult this guy.
Oh, yeah. Let's see, Cooney going out, snags Leo ult. Just lays it down, just looking to buy time. Every second... Oh, that turret stays up is what I was going to say. Oh, Cooney really wants to go in here. I don't know how much they're going to be able to do. Wow, Buggleberry laying down some serious damage. Lewave is super low. Bug Sawyer says, I want this. Dives in. Space Crab's getting down some damage, but there's going to be a Nami wave, and Bigfoot left out in the lurch. Here we go. Mighty Full flashes forward. A huge double bubble. That takes down 3 members of Joe Exotic's ex-husbands. Whew. Wow. really like that. Hubris on hubris, right? Like they pushed too far, and whereas I kind of thought that Cooney was being a little bit too aggressive, he kept that team in place, being a tasty target.
I mean, the Mighty Fool had like such a good wave into the double bubble.
Split their team.
Also, someone in chat is calling me out. They have 2 Borks Bros. The Executioners is fine, my friend. I'm just saying. I don't think
Nami
rushing
caught out right here. Let's see. Maybe gonna go down, but Mighty Fool survives.
The armor pen.
And with Baron, they lose a tower.
Yeah, Executioners is a great purchase, but like the armor pen is what I'm talking about. Like I don't think I'd finish the Mortal Reminder.
Yeah.
But anyway, the 80 carry buffs. I mean, it's only like 30 HP, guys. It's not like a ton. They're not like
those
gonna make 80
changes came
carries
through.
It's next patch, not yet.
Oh, okay.
Next patch, but yeah, they're giving all 80 carries except the ones that like solo lane 30 HP.
That's nice.
I'm gonna let everyone in a little secret. It's not gonna change anything. The 80 carries that are still the best are already gonna be the best. They're not gonna be any different. Like, why would it's not gonna change? You're not gonna be like, now I can play Kog'Maw Jinx. No, still gonna be Aphelios, MF, Varus, these champs. I do think the Lucian buff is like kind of good. So Lucian isn't getting health, but they are giving him like a revert. Ooh.
Oh, never mind.
To like an old bug he had, LeChance, or not LeChance? Yeah, LeChance.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like mixing you into the wave up.
That's all right. I don't really change my summoner name.
They're giving a nice change to Lucian where he's getting like his double attack. The second attack is like it crits for full value now.
Right.
Which was a bug, and if people remember that, when that bug was fixed, Lucian became like way worse. I think when he had that bug going on, like I think it was earlier this season, like in preseason, he was like a menace. So that might be enough to make bring Lucian back in the meta. I mean, we're seeing him this game, but like realistically, I don't think I would consider Lucian a meta bot laner.
And I cannot stress how, just on a marketing side of things, how impressive that is that Riot says that's not a bug, that's a feature. Don't you get it? Don't you see what we're doing?
Yeah. They're like, well, it was a bug, but now we're going to actually give them that. Right. We have 43 viewers right now.
We have 43 viewers? My goodness. You could fill a Denny's with the people that are watching this stream right now. Not especially one of those
now,
big ones.
Because 6 feet apart each table, right?
Exactly. 6 feet apart. We might not have everyone sitting down. Some people will be standing up. We'll put some of the smaller ones into the corners. But we'll all get in that Denny's, and we'll all meet there after this game. Denny's. I'll see you guys in the parking lot. This is a classic Death Brush strategy right here. We've got... Thank you for the subscriber. The scrying plant misses the Death Bush. Beautiful. Also, just so everybody knows, different teams have different lingos for certain terms. I know for a fact that Joe's call the Death Bushes a prank, and here's a prank right now. Leo caught up multiple forms of CC. This big tanky boy, surviving for a long time, drops the ult, but still to no avail, does get taken down, and with 14 seconds left on this dragon that will give them soul. Yikes.
So although that's a big pick,
yes,
I still think they can fight. They used the Trundle ult and the Lux ult.
That's true. Ooh, Cooney. What if Cooney just decides to try and solo kill Harry the Penguin with that Leo ult? Because he just might. He's trying to 2v1 right now. Well, they take that Baron, and Bigfoot's going to look for a steal here. Oh, but Zek does come in! Dragon is not slain, but they do lose Cooney. They've got soul now, and they're going to chase these people down. Harry the Penguin and Space Crabs going on a little bit of an escape. Let's see. Run, run, run. Catch me if you can. Now you see me, now you don't. There's a lot of movies that have titles that are applicable to this situation, but Pug Sawyer is so fast. That enormous troll actually blocks himself with his own pillar. Oh, the wave coming back in. Says, remember me? And they do, because he's in deep in their back line, and Space Crabs, unfortunately, just too far away, not able to get that distance, and a huge Luxol right there. They're taking them down one after another. Harry the Penguin gets a great double stun, but is locked up himself. I don't think he has ult anymore. Does have that Zonius, but a beautiful trap. Oh my gosh!
Oh, nice done.
Well done, and an incredible turn! Back and forth! You never know who's winning here. Shutdown for Syndra. Wow. All of that. That was a 3-minute sequence for 2 kills. Yikes.
So,
gonna give me a heart attack.
Syndra did get 1,000 gold.
1,000
He was able. Yeah, he got 1,000 gold. Now, obviously, this Dragon Soul is like really, really hard to come back from. Um, the gold is still like almost even. It's 1,000 gold lead, less than that, 800 gold lead, which is like kind of nothing.
Yeah,
Which
this
I have
is
to
a
imagine is
very
coming
tight
from like the
game.
farm difference from like mid and bot. Um, and Bigfoot has Morello. I think
That's
that
something.
Syndra does so much damage that she might be able just to kill people through the Dragon Soul.
Sure.
But here's the thing:
Yes. Give it to me straight.
this set needs to ult the right targets. He needs to toss
Oof. Too
Bug
true.
Sawyer into the backline.
Mm-hmm.
Because right now, LeChance, he is big useless. He is just not going to do anything. I'm
Big
sorry,
useless.
he's just not going to be able to accomplish much in these fights. But if he can ult the Trundle into the backline and slow the immobile carries, then it lets Echo and potentially Space Crabs and Loewe get in there as well.
Sure.
The Yo Daddy's Daddy, although he's having a pretty rough game, he definitely can impact the game. He just needs to like look for the right ults.
Right.
I see a lot of sets in this. I've seen a lot of sets recently in the league just ult like a target for damage, but it actually doesn't do a lot of damage. The ult, like the base damage is not very high, but the impact is you get to toss like the chonkers into the backline. And you get a
Chonkers.
huge like 90% slow, and the AoE is massive. So it's like you're going to be able to do it, and he can set up the rest of his team.
Now, I'm going to
Syndra
throw
has
this out here.
teleport, splitting the bot side.
She does. Oh,
Um,
this is another full prank. And a good one,
So-
too.
I hope Loewe.
Let's see. Tagged right here. All the CC goes down. And are they able to eliminate? No, Loewe survives long enough to put the ult down and is walking
Ooh,
away.
nice.
Nope, is killed. Yo Daddy's Daddy in the back line, but now he has to find his own team. Where they are, flashes back in. W gives him a shield. Let's see another flash. And no kills on the side of Joe's Exotic Husbands. Harry stepping back up, but I don't know if he has the space to do so. This is a 5v3 right now, and you've got a very angry Cooney.
So Bug Sawyer is like a tank lord when he ults this Leona.
Yes.
He's stealing all her stats and becoming really hard to beat, and this is like kind of the power of Trundle.
Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh, this is a beautiful trap right here. I can feel it that Frank's little beauties are getting excited with this match here, and they're starting to do some weird creative things, and that is when they are at their most dangerous.
Yeah, I do think that it's unfortunate. I don't know if it will happen anytime soon, but like if Bigfoot can get a Void Staff, he really could potentially make a huge impact in these team fights. So they just like really hard out rotated them there, and I'm gonna get
Absolutely.
a free inhib.
Oh, here we go. We've got a tag right here. Oh my god, Yo's Daddy Daddy. The W saves him for just a moment. Leo puts down that ult, but doesn't really stop anything. Can they mount this defense successfully? They are all actors in Les Mis, and here we go. Oh my god, alright, Cooney survives here. Both Echo ults going down at the same time. Joel's coming in. Wave gets tagged up. No, Harry the Penguin almost gets a massive stun, but is taken down, and Space Crabs is not in this fight. That was a 4 versus 5 fight, and Frank's Little Beauties is going to take game 1. What an amazing game 1. Ladies and gentlemen, just to be clear, there's going to be a
My
game
God.
2. We do
Okay,
best
so
of
that game
twos.
just ended randomly. It was just going, and now it's over.
I thought we had more time.
My God, I mean, I think they like Joe's Exotics took like a weird split push, or they thought maybe they could trade like inhib for mid inhib, but then Frank's Little Beauties is they're just like fuck that. We're gonna go really hard, and we're just gonna like end the game. And because of that, they were able to like
God, what a good game.
yeah, crazy. J-Box, former support of the Glue Eaters, says Zach Best Cancer NA, and then also subscribed with Twitch Prime.
J-Box, thank you so much for subscribing, and thank you so much to all the people who followed us during that game. There's another one coming right up, and yes, I did make a Les Mis reference. My brain was scrambling to think of songs that I could have quoted in that moment.
50 viewers. 50. That's
Incredible. Guys, we're going to have
the
to
most
meet at
I think I've seen since the finals or something.
Oh, yes. We're going to need a slightly bigger Denny's for the after party. So everyone start looking for that. Let's see. All right, I've got the invite to the next game here. They're going to be switching sides, but let's see if they switch any part of the lineup. I know both teams, minimum rosters of 8 to participate in this league, so they've got options. Does Joe Exotic husbands, ex-husbands, my apologies, they are not still together. Does Joe Exotic's ex-husbands make any switches? That was the closest that we've seen them push Frank's Little Beauties to. Also, it looks like
Um,
already we're gonna see some changes from Frank's Little Beauties. Spooky Man coming in to the top lane. He played jungle last week and
and
plead the fifth.
Nibba
And Huge Nibba coming in and playing as well.
and
What this
plead
is
the fifth.
almost a completely different lineup from them. Bugleberry Finn and Bug Sawyer, of course, uh, being the anchors there. But hold on, Wormley just said he just made a creme brulee. Wormley, talk to us about that in chat. Did you for real just make a creme? My apologies, not a creme
Creme,
brulee.
creme brulee.
He did not make the beautiful dessert creme brulee. Means he stole it. I did not realize that a creme brulee is when you achieve a creme brulee by committing a crime. I understand now. This all tracks.
Oh God.
And a cringe
Okay.
brulee is when you have a very awkward cooking show.
Um,
Oh shoot, Droxers is here, which means the police are here
God.
as well.
I will have to say, I think Joe's Exotics played really well.
Yes.
I definitely think they should try to get another winning
Please,
matchup
Happy
bot lane.
Cloud, please hold your excitement back. Don't let don't let yourself be overwhelmed.
Well, they should try to get another winning bot lane matchup because their bot lane seem to be doing really well.
Absolutely.
Yo Daddy's daddy should take teleport and also just not die because I think he had the matchup advantage like I was talking about, but when he gets in that position, like this is no hate on him, like
Of
that
course.
dying right there is like the worst thing that could possibly happen because he got like 2 levels behind
Yeah.
and he didn't have teleport
True.
and the trades were still kind of close, right? So like I think um, maybe he was spooked by going against Silas, but you just should not go for the the ignite there. You could always buy the executioners.
Right.
I don't think they need to do much different. I did think they played pretty well. If Space Crabs plays Zaya, I would love to see the Waves Rakan. That's all I'm gonna say.
The waves
Fiscal says ban
Rakan would
out
be
Drox. I
amazing.
definitely wouldn't ban out Drox because he is not here playing the game, so that would be a waste of a ban. They always sub in Huge the second game. They did that for us. I have seen Huge open, to be fair, and then be subbed out. I think last week he opened, and then Droxers came in the second game.
Interesting. Yeah, no, we were just waiting for the last I guess we're just waiting for the wave. Let's see. I'm just doing some administrative tasks on the back end while we wait for this last person to show up. Yeah, all right. Chat is talking about how yeah, how they how they how they how they sub aggressively in games. What, are you watching that clip that was just put in?
I put it in because you put it in our Discord, but yeah, that was so funny.
Hold on, I gotta watch this. Let me see this. Zach putting.
I didn't even realize.
J-Box, former
I'm like so out of it. I didn't realize I was like.
says Zach best camper NA
Like
and
Porky
also
Pig. That's all, folks.
That is fantastic.
This is that
Okay, cool.
All the glue
Oh, a
eaters and
wave
former
is
glue eaters.
here. All the glue eaters are in. It said best caster NA. Too true. Too true. Let me just turn my light on. As the sun has set in my area, but not in my heart. Alright. Oh, and we are right into draft. Sorry, I will change this right into the
So
pick
they
ban here.
banned the Rakan.
Ban the
That makes
Rakan.
sense.
I'm not gonna lie. I wonder if this is the the caster curse. First
Maybe they
ban
banned the
Rakan.
last game too. They might have banned the last game too.
They might have. I don't know who's got photographic memories, but
I disagree. My vote goes to LeChance because he gives us all a chance to hear what an angel sounds like.
wait, what? Wait, is that what somebody said?
That's what I'm Arcadius highlighted in the chat.
Oh, I'm Arcadius. Thank you so much. That's very kind. And then a winky robot face. God, if I knew how emotes worked. Of course, obviously, we're getting the copy pasta. Bugleberry Finn, aka Bug Fanatic, is a commentator for the LBLCS that is often ridiculed for his squeakiness and questionable game knowledge. He is specifically known for his Ornn one-trick pony and low silver solo queue. It's just a fact. We all know it. It's the truth. LaBoomer indeed. I see you, Zach. Oh wow, people are really starting to go at it. Nunu was oh my god. It's the okay. Here's some context for the Nunu. Bug Sawyer is a fantastic Nunu player. Last season he had probably the most steals of objectives that we saw out of anybody. I mean that's an amazing grab for him. It's one of his signature champions as well. And the Syndra and Ornn picked up by Doe's Exotic.
So now the set is coming out with the
Ooh.
Lux. So when Plead the Fifth's in, the Lux is a flex pick.
Huge flex.
Bigfoot just going for that Syndra again. Ornn, great pick. Set, a good pick into the Ornn. And Graves. Okay, so I think Graves is really overtuned.
I haven't seen Graves. Are you just watching chat?
I just love J-Box couldn't make it in League, so he's trying in Valorant. Lamau. Please, Louise.
All right. Well played.
Reported. Anyway, I think Graves is OP. I'm going to just say that. And I think Graves is super good.
He's got a huge shotgun.
He's got a big gun. He's got his cigar back, not in his little picture, but in his splash art. So they're banning out Plead the Fifth's jams to maybe force him onto this Lux. Now here's the thing.
Yeah.
Bugleberry Finn last week played Yasuo. And he
Yes,
played
he
it
did.
pretty well.
He did indeed.
Now, they don't have AP top, and Lux might not be enough bottom, but I do know that Huge Nibba has played Syndra before, so maybe he could play like the Casio or something crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you have a better damage spread, Yasuo is a good pick in the Syndra. And he has a few knockups with Set plus Nunu.
I'd be interested to see that because Plead the Fifth also has a Vel'Koz that he could pick, which is something that he's very familiar on. I don't know if that's perfect for the team comp, but if we're looking for classics, he's still got that one up his sleeve. And Zerath, actually, is another one that he's pretty
So
filthy at.
Zerath is banned.
Oh, right, yes.
Vel'Koz,
Oh, and the Vel'Koz is
Barret.
banned. Oh my god, they threw 4 bans at Plead the Fifth.
4 banned this man.
That's incredible.
Final pick. Oh,
which is what he played before. He played that last week as well.
So it's Lux mid, and they're playing the Lulu Varus spot. Most likely it'll be the on-hit Varus. Which I think's smart. I don't think the poke Varus is that good into like a tankier composition.
Sure.
And then also your like late game, you're not having a ton of sustained damage, right?
Ooh, the Nautilus. The big boy is back in town.
Nautilus Jinx. I don't like Jinx. No chance, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Fair.
I
Tell me
know
why.
she can like pop off here.
Right.
I think she's kind of bad. I would have loved to see like the Kaisa if you're planning on the Nautilus, because I think Kaisa Nautilus is like
So
very
good.
strong.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe not. It's not a good Navaris. Maybe Jinx is a better his like pick in Navaris. We'll have to see.
Mm.
Um, I like both comps. I'm
Yeah.
never gonna pick against Frank's Little Beauties because
Yeah.
they're undefeated. They're
Of
crushing
course.
everyone.
Yeah, absolutely.
I do think Bug Sawyer is really good on this Nunu. That's like his favorite champ. Like you said, it's
Mm-hmm.
his main champ.
Yes.
Um, I think Graves. This is a good matchup for Graves.
Ooh, Azil GG says, just wait till playoffs.
Rude awakening for Frank's Little Beauties.
Woo!
Is LGG? Didn't you guys get smashed by them?
I believe Azale. This is Azale from the Gold Diggers. I wish you guys the best. I want that. I want this whole league. I'd love for Frank's Little Beauties to get. All right. I want this storyline. I want Frank's Little Beauties to go all the way to the end,
We just get
undefeated,
smashed.
and then I want people to hunt them down. Because here's the thing.
I don't remember if they got smashed.
Yeah,
to be honest with you,
to-
I'm just talking mess in the chat.
I think
But-
that Azale has begun the first steps to the anime storyline, which is the early loss for the incredible power up later on. Oh yes, absolutely. No, I do remember your guys' games. That was really close. Does that mean that there will be betrayal? Yes, there will be an element of betrayal. I cannot promise to what degree the betrayal will be, but there will be some.
Okay, so I am
Is there any-
excited.
Wait, hold on. I've got to tease something really quickly. Is there any fan service? First of all, yes. We've got 40 people viewing right now. I might have to tease. We are play testing something this season that we probably won't be releasing till next season. That is so cool, and I have no authority under which to leak this at all. But we may or may not be play testing a low budget LCS fantasy league. We may have the technological ability to do this. So, I can't confirm or deny. I know it sounds like that'd be crazy. Like, why would I say something so specific? But, who knows? It could come in the future. But maybe I'm lying. Maybe I'm an incredible liar.
Dark Loric says, "Hey, Bigfoot told us not to leak that out, Lamau."
I don't know, man. Maybe he did. Maybe he didn't.
So I'm gonna say one thing.
Yes.
I do think something that we could go towards.
Yeah. Talk to me about it.
Especially for playoffs.
Yes.
I don't know whoever practices this stuff,
Yeah.
but it'd be nice for like the big playoff games to have someone like controlling the camera.
That'd
Because
be
directed
so sick.
camera
Yeah.
is okay, like it works sometimes, but
Yeah.
sometimes it misses some of the action.
It does. It does.
Also, just having someone who knows what the heck they're doing is cool.
Yeah.
But
our plan has always, every time we do an event, we just try to do the best we can. We know it's always hard to get like the gold standard or whatever, but we try to have like a whole crew. And last finals were pretty cool in terms of how many people we just had on board helping at the same time. So I do think we'd be able to do something like that. I think that's a great idea. Set versus Ornn. You had some opinions about the last set matchup. What's this one like? I don't know if I just cut out right there. Do you have any?
hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
There we go. Sorry, I just
Beautiful
went to
voice.
go check something.
No problem.
So,
Yes. Set versus Ornn. Do you have any thoughts on that? She had some thoughts on the last set
I don't even know if I should talk, LeChance, to be honest with you. Everything I say is wrong, apparently. And I've been getting flamed by my top laner.
I'm really sorry.
It should be Set favored. He can get Blade of the Road King. He can max Q. He does a ton of damage. And then in the late game, he can throw either Nautilus or Ornn into the backline.
Sure.
Maybe a spooky man can demonstrate this. It was not demonstrated last game very well. I think Bigfoot is my player to watch.
Okay.
Did really well last game. Now that he's played against Buggleberry, I think he potentially could knows how he plays, could potentially challenge him.
For the 21st time?
Yeah. He's played this matchup again. Same goes to Buggleberry. I give mad props to Buggleberry. He has swapped positions to mid this season. Last season he was mostly just playing top and jungle.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
I want to see someone challenge this man though, because he is a new mid laner, and he might have the mechanics for the team fights, and he might be having the how do you say it? He might know like the combos and stuff, but like,
does he have the heart and
someone
soul?
newer to the role,
Mhm.
there's like certain things they might not know, like matchups,
Right.
smaller intricacies of laning mid, back timings, roam timings, cooldowns, all that stuff. These are things that I would expect people who've been playing the role for a while to try to take advantage of.
Sure.
No one has been able to, though. I'm not saying this as a hater of Buggleberry. I'm saying this as a challenge to the rest of the league. Because so far, he is my pick. Buggleberry has been my pick for the #1 mid in the league. He is. I mean, it's hard. Obviously, when his team's been playing so well, like it's hard to. There is that going for him. Like he is on the winning team, but he is crushing. It's not just he's like winning the game and like he's there.
Right.
He does really well almost every game.
Right.
So
No, it's true. And I mean, we'll see who can challenge that that throne that he sort of built himself. Wow, oh, a lot of punches coming out. Yeah, I mean, I think you're absolutely right. I think Frank's Little Beauties, they've got a very deep roster of super capable players. Ooh, wave tagged up there a little bit. And we'll see. Last game was super exciting. I'm really, really curious to see how this all plays out. This is so funny. This is almost exactly the pacing of last Tuesday's games with these guys, which was, oh, a great pull there by Lawave, but they've got level 2, so, oh, really just putting himself in the position to get hurt. Last week's games was a kill a minute. It was super vicious, super violent in the first game. And then game 2 was a slower pace, but ultimately ended in the same place. And I'm wondering if, I mean, we've already got the same pacing, which is that this is a much slower first 3 minutes than last game. We'd already had 2 kills by this point. Although, nope, never mind. Ooh, the wave taking a lot of damage here. That's an ignite out. Okay, the traps by Space Crabs. Landing some auto attacks, but ultimately an even trade. Spooky Man doing a good job of evening the trades up here as well. Ooh, a big knockup, but a turret! Blast? Pull? I don't know. Ooh, a flash. Buggleberry Finn maybe caught here. The W coming back.
oh my god, he has nullifying orb. Bamboozled.
Incredible. We've been playing
He's
some Apex
probably
Legends
dead here. Maybe he gets executed here.
I don't know. Oh, he is a
He's trying
master
his
of
best
time
to
waster.
waste time.
A turret has been slain. That is the most defiant thing you can do in League of Legends. Nobody kills me but me. We'll
So it's
suicide
not
to the
completely
turret.
bad.
Mm-hmm.
Bigfoot does get the lane. He does get to potentially freeze the wave or at least start slow pushing it back into him.
Sure.
Harry the Penguin gets the XP for a solo kill because he's the only one over there. So he is getting like, and I would argue that in the early game XP is even more valuable than gold.
Yeah. Didn't even think about that.
So he does get the XP.
Ooh, Harry the Penguin coming in for a gank here. Spooky Man does flash. Oh,
Set. Don't dive him.
beautiful.
Oh, Superman playing that close to the chest there, not using his W.
Absolutely. No, that's some champion awareness right there. He said, I don't need it. Whew. Now, let's see. Right now, different from last game. Wow, a great pull by LeWave right there. An amazing tag. Varus getting tagged up. A lot of damage, but can they take down Space Crabs? Space Crabs. He missed an auto right there. He did. And LeWave maybe going down. An auto attack. A first blood to plead the 5th. Wow. Oh! And the auto attack and a double kill! That man plays support. Well done. Whew. And Varus just such low
That
health.
was just super unfortunate for Space Crabs. Like, again, that
Yes,
one auto
I saw that auto.
would have killed J-Box says that's how I like to see my Lulu gameplay. J-Box, noted most aggro Lulu I've ever seen.
Hey, you gotta be aggressive. Everyone looks at the cute little thing and they're like, oh, this is adorable. I don't need to worry about this.
It's an e-girl champ.
It's an
They
e-girl
just walk
champ.
away.
For sure. For sure. Spooky Man getting some damage down. A lot of damage. My goodness.
This is what I'm talking about, right? Where like,
Yeah.
So Set, his whole kit's basically built to defeat tanks. Like, he has max health damage on his Q. His ult does damage based on how much max health the enemy has. He's got true damage on his W.
Yeah.
His kit is built to defeat these tank champions. So I will say that probably just gets harder for Yo Daddy's daddy here.
Sure.
He just has to try his best to survive. Ornn is really useful, and just obviously with the items like scales incredibly well into the late game. I don't like this Jinx pick. I'm gonna say it, you know.
Yeah.
I don't like it with Nautilus. Like, I think Nautilus really likes these aggro 80 carries.
See if Spooky Man can finish it right here. Let's see. The ult goes down, but did it? You're gonna have to explain that to me because I don't.
So Ornn becomes unstoppable when he Ws.
Wow.
So what happened? The interaction there is Spooky Man. I don't think either of them did what they did on purpose, but he just ulted him while he was Wing, and okay.
Oh, just the tip is all that was needed by that set W right there. Well done.
But yeah, so he ulted him, and if Set's ult doesn't grab you and slam you, it does damage at the end. So if he doesn't grab you, he doesn't do damage.
Ooh, a lot of damage, but looks like Harry the Penguin coming around the corner here. This is a beautiful flank. Traps come out, but Varus turns and just executes that Jinx right there. A lot of damage down onto the wave, and they completely turn that situation around. Well done.
There's the Bug Sawyer lane gank Nunu. Bug Sawyer with the good awareness there, just in the area. One thing I'll say that Buggleberry does pretty well on this Lux LeChance is he kind of hovers whatever side his jungler's on, and he helps out in these ganks with his ult.
Yeah.
He roams too, but like I've noticed a lot of times he'll be there for the ult damage support. He didn't get an assist because they died.
That, by
too
the
fast,
way,
but
was just an emote to his support. There was nobody else around to see that.
yeah. And it's okay, right? Just fun. It's not BM, no BM emote, right? Like,
This is true.
not
We
emote
err
spamming.
on the side of safety here in the LBLCS.
Yeah. So, you know, to those of us watching that are in the league, emoting, you know, if it's the first blood or the death emote or whatever, the ace,
That's fine.
or if it randomly, you know, sometimes you emote, that's fine. But if you're like emote spamming people or like really BMing,
You're being a butt about
not
it.
to do that.
Don't do
The master emote, I think, is like the most BM. You know,
for sure.
if the enemy Blitzcrank misses his hook and you hit him with Blitzcrank question mark, he might have deserved that, you know? So, who knows?
But tell your solo queue matches that. And here we go, another fight right here. Spooky Man laying down some damage. Really just able to push this Ornn around. I mean, exactly what you said before. This is a champ made to bust tanks.
And this could have happened against the Silas too. Is what I'm trying to say.
You're really that bot.
Some people flame me in chat for this. I'm just saying. The matchup is set. I think beats like all melee champs. Like it's very hard if you're a melee champion to beat Set in a 1v1. Like he's just so hard. I mean, ooh, nice trade by Yo Daddy's Daddy. There we go. Gets the brittle, walks away. That's kind of what he has to do. If he takes more of these like.
Ooh, but he is ulting. He might try to commit to this. Gets the knockup. It's the brittle again. Might be going too far because there are some minions here. Oh, Harry the Penguin though, and a great flash out immediately. Pretty sure he avoided the stun at all.
I think Spooky Man.
Spooky Man. Oh, because he's got the Nunu here.
Call an ambulance, but not for me.
I love that. Oh, Harry the Penguin getting some damage down. Hey, let's see if this hook lands here. It does
my
not.
God, he's
Fancy
so
feet from this Varus. Well done, and completely turns on Bigfoot. Wow. Bigfoot was just stayed around too long. Stepped up an inch.
Bigfoot tried to roam bot and help his team with the speed boost from Lulu. He got the fancy feet, was able to dodge everything, and then they're like, you know what? This guy isn't that tanky, and he doesn't have a stun up. Let's all in him.
Yeah, absolutely.
And yeah,
Varus
this is
can
kind
do
of
that.
like he's kind of the aggro that they're doing, and yeah, this game is looking way different than the last game. It seems that a lot of plays that Frank's Little Beauties, well, not Frank's Little Beauties, that not only are the plays that Joe's Exotic's husbands are trying to set up being stuffed here, but a lot of plays that are, I think that a lot of the lanes
Varus
Frank's Little Beauties are just winning.
This is a 1v2 right here. I think he stepped out of bounds a little bit. I'm not sure if they've got Lulu ult. And
he lives.
Wow, he lives.
Oh my God! Again with like
nothing. All right, I'm taking over control. Let's see. How much health did he have? Less than 20. He had less than 20 health.
Another fight.
Oh my God, an enormous fight. The one time I take control of the camera. Looks like Harry the Penguin taking some damage here. You know,
yeah, Bug Sawyer counter ganking with his mid, saving Buggleberry, and Buggleberry also able to get a kill. And yeah, it's just like not looking good for Joe's Exotic husband here.
And I think I know why. I think it really comes down to that really early fight in the bot lane where I think Space Crabs could have gotten a double kill. You know, the wave landed that amazing hook right there, and it was just a very crowded battlefield, and sometimes it happens. But I think that them being able to turn around and Lulu getting the double kill instead just completely changed the power structure. And Space Crabs is stuck without a lot of mana. And Varus, okay, let's see if he's able to take this guy. I mean, he's got better items. This is going to be a pretty easy kill right there. Didn't even need to use ult. Tell you what, I would have used ult there. And I think that says something about my skills and abilities. Nunu coming in. God. Nunu is a character or a champion that plays so well. Ooh, let's see. Look, sorry, getting caught here. Lewave round in the corner, throws a really good-looking hook, but does not land it. Nunu just plays to their style so well, if you can call a style just taking every objective. But they really do put a huge amount of intent on like getting those dragons and Rift Heralds. Wow. Hey, you didn't try from the bot side, gang? Let me come from the top side. Let me see if that works. Spooky punching these minions to death. Wow, they are doing some work on that bot lane turret. And Varus is just hiding in the bush. Camping. Trying to pull a prank. Yikes. Yeah, I mean, how they turn this around is gonna be a curious question. Alright, Spooky Man grabs it, the W comes out. Not a huge damage trade, but it's something. And that's important. Alright, let's see if this Rift Herald can get even... I don't think this Rift Herald's gonna get even one charge off. I don't know about the placement of that. The W comes out. Let's see. Alright, Ornn actually runs away. Yeah, I think that this... Oh, looks like Harry the Penguin is around the corner. Okay, Nautilus ult comes down. Looks like Varus does not have a lot of health. Okay, Harry the Penguin tries to ult away. God, sorry, so much is happening. Varus laying down these auto attacks. Wave using anger to try to get away. Zonias or hourglasses. And does go down eventually. Wow, the teleport's coming in because Ornn is here as well. This is a very long fight. Spooky Man has to run around the corner, an immediate flash. I think that's a lot of effort. That just gets the one kill. Oh my goodness! Varus with an amazing Q right there. Just the very tip of it. Incredible. Yeah, I mean, this is the definition of momentum. We are at 15 minutes, and they're pushing hard. It's a lot of very intentional plays, which is good to see. But it's
Trying to get my head all around it.
Yeah.
Chance is what I'm doing.
absolutely, absolutely. I mean, what's the hypothetical? Like, how do you even slow this game down with the champs that you've got? Oh gosh, and Set just like, I can 2v1, maybe, maybe not.
He's like, maybe need to flash out really quick.
Yeah, you know, that's why you've got the flash, right? Oh, and he's got Blade as well.
Yeah, I think Blade is good on set.
Sure.
I just think like getting it when you're behind,
Right.
is not as effective.
Sure.
But I do think that like, yeah, I don't really see a way for them to come back in this game. I mean, there's obviously the potential Baron throw. It happened last game,
Right?
but even then, like the difference of power on, I mean, I think Spooky Man is like, he has a 30 CS lead, which is pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
But the difference in power coming out of top and the 80 carry roll and the support roll, top and bot, is just like massive. They have 3 dragons now.
Yeah,
One more, and they have the Ocean Soul.
absolutely.
Spookman has no flash.
Bigfoot just all the
Not Spooky Man,
CC.
Bigfoot, sorry. That might have been a tilt farm, It's like
Yeah,
he just needs his items.
absolutely.
But yeah, I just don't know what else
oh my
they can
God,
really do
Varus
here.
is
Unfortunately,
really up, and I mean, Lulu lets him be there. Yeah, this is okay. So here's the thing. You have a beautiful mind, and it lets you see the truth of the matter. What's the ridiculous fantasy play? Like, what's the thing where it's like, okay, we're gonna lose, we might as well do something insane that gives us a percentage chance of winning?
I'm gonna say a little chance. It's not impossible, right?
Sure,
We've all lost solo queue games. We've been up like probably this much gold.
more than I care to
there is
admit.
a lot of gold to collect from shutdowns here. The issue is I think your best play is to like try your best to catch waves, and then
Right.
when they go for a Baron, you have to try to do something at the Baron.
Right.
That's like your biggest play. But like a team as ahead as Frank's Little Beauties, they might not even go for the Baron.
Right.
So we'll have to see.
That's a good point. I do
In a
approve of that
hypothetical
a lot.
world, they have the Ornn items. They have the late game Jinx.
True.
That
You need to double the length of this game in order for that
they'll
Jinx to
need
come online.
to get Jinx. They'll need to make it go the distance. Bugleberry almost has enough damage to one shot with one combo.
Yeah, that's going to be a dangerous point in time. But I mean, like, they are, yeah. No, I mean, you're absolutely right. Like, Frank's Little Beauties is, they definitely know how strong they are. They're putting themselves in some risky situations. I really approve of that flash anchor from the Wave before, just to, like, maybe catch out the Varus while he wasn't right next to the Lulu. But it's tough. It's tough.
It is tough. Yeah, I want to see a big play from either team. That's kind of what I'm looking for here.
Yeah.
I want someone to just to make a play, make a clip-worthy highlight here.
I mean, LeWave is like
The Wave
down
is
to
trying
fight.
his best to
Absolutely.
go in.
He doesn't care about anything. He says, "Listen, I see that you're the support. I'm gonna force you to use everything that you have to stay alive."
Yeah, he just beating him with his anchor.
Yeah. I mean, he's still got the spirit.
I have come to have a new appreciation for Nautilus,
Sure.
because I've been playing a lot of Legends of Runeterra
Oh.
recently, the
yeah.
card game here.
Uh huh.
and I keep getting my ass handed to me by this stupid sea monster Nautilus deck,
Oh. All right.
and Nautilus is way cool in that. Like I always thought Nautilus was kind of derpy in this game,
Yeah.
but in that one he is
Super
cool.
cool?
Like he's big and he has like cool
Oh.
quotes, and when like the thematics of that game is really well done, where he's like before he, you know how the cards flip, they like level up. Before he flips, he's like I think he's a 0-12, and then when he
Okay.
flips over, it's when you go deep, when you're 15 cards into your deck.
Oh.
He
That's
comes
a
out
cool
of the
idea.
water. He flips over, and the flip is supposed to be him coming out of the water, and he's a 13-13.
Oof.
And he goes like, the water rises, and he like comes up. It's super cool animation.
Damn, that's so fucking
Uh,
cool.
That game is really fun, by the way. If anyone's like a fan of like Magic,
Dude, do you play Magic the Gathering, or did you?
I play Magic a little bit. Not
Oof.
I
You
tried
you
to
play any
get in.
Commander?
No, see, that's what everyone who everyone who plays
Dude!
Magic is like, play Commander.
That's
but
what I'm saying. Get that
I
100-card deck. Find yourself a legendary creature you like.
I play Arena a lot.
Cool.
Not the online. I play like not Arena. Not Arena's the online. Sorry, I play Draft.
Sure.
Like to go to support my local game shop.
Your
and
friendly
draft,
local game
and then-
shop?
And then I like to I was playing Standard a little bit, but I was playing like
What set were you
basically,
playing
like,
Standard in?
I played Standard for God, what was it? The one with where Rakdos came out, the most recent one.
Oh, in the Ravnica?
Ravnica, yeah.
Which, by the way,
Yes.
also has a wonderful Dungeons and Dragons book that goes along with it. If you like playing
Nice.
any D&D. Oh, beautiful. Space Crab's caught out here a little bit. And by a little, I mean, it's exactly what happened.
But I just played like Rakdos aggro
Mm.
with Lilith. That was
Super
like my
fast,
deck. So I was
red-black.
basically playing mono red. So I don't want people to.
We
I don't
don't mean
pride
to,
myself
like,
on
talk
that.
about a completely different thing for too much in the stream. Just, there's been almost no interaction in terms of, this is just both teams playing super smart, edging out objectives, and,
I mean, this is they got the Ocean Soul
Right.
chance. I think we're just kind of waiting for the game to be over at this point. I'm good. You know, sometimes guys, as casters, we try our best to keep it entertaining, but like
sometimes that is
they
us
got the strongest soul too. It's super hard.
Oh!
Oh
American,
my god, he barely
he's
lived.
still at that point. He did that at last time as well. He almost fully killed him. Oh, but this looks to be a bad fight. Wave able to drop his ult before the end of it. And let's see, Set diving, taking Jinx on way in the back line. Yo Daddy's coming back. Looks like Graves still's got some space, and Bigfoot, he's not dead. That was a lot of damage. Bleed the Fifth actually tanking multiple turret shots, and then Ornald's gonna come down and knock up 3 members of Frank's Little Beauty.
Wait, this is a perfect game actually.
Oh
They
my
have
God.
not lost the turret.
Or
If they don't die, they perfect game them.
the real question is,
Or
will
an
one of them
objective.
suicide? And I'm gonna say yes. Oh, Spooky Man, the W lets him live. They're trying to live as hard as they can. Well, still winning. Oh my God, massive
He has
damage.
the Ocean
huge
Soul.
knockup. They've got the Ocean Soul, and it looks like, wow. I mean, that was the moment to kill someone if you were gonna kill somebody. A huge amount of
Oh.
damage. Bigfoot still
Oh, no.
alive. Oh my God, they're gonna go for it. End the game. I just want a perfect game. Oh my God, is it a perfect game? No, it's not. A quarter second. I'm calling that. I mean, in reality, it's a victory for Frank's Little
no.
Beauties. But Joe's
It's
exotic
almost a perfect
husband,
game.
they say no one perfect games us.
Damn, almost a perfect game.
Almost a perfect game. Almost a record.
Yeah. So that was like crazy. The first game was like pretty close
Yeah.
for like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
A team that, you know, it has been a while since Frank's Little Beauties have been challenged, I would say. And then that
Another
second game, they
friend.
just, I'm sorry, they just annihilate them. It's
Yeah,
not even close.
absolutely. No, there's no debating that. That was
Stomped them into the ground.
I
And it
mean,
was just like crazy to me. And I even thought the game started off a little better. It was a slower pace, which is kind of what they wanted. But
yeah, I
like,
thought that was smart.
but yeah, I am gonna go out and say this here. You can quote me on this.
Yes.
I think Frank's Little Beauties, at least right now, maybe 3, but I'm going to say 2 for sure, has 2 of the best players at their position in this league. And I think that's Buggleberry is the best performing mid,
Sure.
and I think Huge Nibba is the best performing ADC. Because every time Huge Nibba's in, he like decimates who he lanes against. Like I have yet to see this man like go even. He is crushing people. Like he is just done so as 8-0 and 7. Like I mean, credit also to his support. Plead the Fifth played really well. But on the Syndra, we've seen this man on the Lucian, I think, on the Ezreal. Like he just is so strong. Yeah, I mean, this is like again. I mean, we could bring him in for an interview.
Yeah,
I think we might be able to catch.
I think we are able to catch this next game. So while I get the next game set up, we could bring people in for some speedy interviews. I believe we've got.
Yeah, we could bring someone in. Maybe like. Yeah, I don't know. Whoever wants to come in. I feel like there's not much more they can say. Like, I'm not no flame, but like it's kind of like
Whew, it was
same old for them. Like
I
it's kind of
still
like, rinse and
threw it
repeat.
out. Let's see if we can grab.
Okay, we have a spooky man. In
We
the
do. We
community.
do have Spooky Man. Let's bring him in. Spooky, welcome to the desk. Congratulations on the win. Happy Cloud, I'm gonna let you take this over while I do some back shop things.
Well, first of all, I'm gonna flame you because you could have had a perfect game. You almost had it.
I'm not gonna lie. The hilarious part about that is that not milliseconds before it happened, and we both died as hitting the Nexus. I say to the rest of the team when they were like, no, dude, I have no deaths, and I was like, yeah, none of us have any deaths. We perfect gamed them, and
Yeah, no deaths,
as
no-
I said it, as I said the words, we perfect gamed them. We both died while hitting the Nexus. A real
Because we-
tragedy.
Yeah, because we've had like I think the 0 deaths before, but I was
Mhm.
like, as you guys were taking their base, you took the Ocean Soul.
Yeah.
We were as we just started talking about other things because we were like, this game's it's about to be over.
Mhm.
I looked down, I'm like, wait, none of their turrets are gone, and I'm like, they definitely didn't get a drag. I was like, wow, I don't think they got a Rift Herald either. Like, it's a perfect game. Like, oh my god! And then it was just like, both
Yeah,
of me and Chance were like, oh my god, a perfect game, and we see you guys just like with the Ocean Soul, like bouncing around at that like.
we
15% health.
sometimes you see a team get an Ocean Soul and the other team just kind of lays over and like you don't see it go to work. We put that Ocean Soul to work. Like we were like by the
Truly.
end with like running it down there, we were just like we got Ocean Soul, none of us have died, like we're immortal. Let's just run at them. But it was I only spectated game one. But game one was so close, so back and forth. It was a real epic. I'm proud of the boys for pulling it out. Got to shout out. I know you were saying Buggleberry Finn, best in his role. I think best in the league. Like the shot calling coming out of that guy is just banana lands. And he was the one who called the hide in the Baron pit where they got the 2 picks that led to them essentially winning the game. That was all him, and it was very, very clean. But game 2, I mean, we've scrimmed Joe's Exotics ex-husbands a bunch. And I've played against Yo Daddy's Daddy. We played this set Ornn matchup back to like into each other, like what feels like it has to have been like 20 times. And I think their team just had a little bit of a mental boom on that second game. Because I know that they're a lot better than what their record shows. I think they're going once they just tweak themselves. I think they're going to be a force to be reckoned with. You hear me saying it now.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely showed things in game 1 that
Mhm.
I thought was good. I think adding LeWave to your team. I'm a huge LeWave fan. Adding him to the team.
we were huge. Like literally after game 1, we were like, wow, okay, that was a close game, and we were like, wow, LeWave's Leona, huh? Yeah.
Adding
Like,
LeWave to your to any team I think is good.
Yeah,
I do
I mean,
think
I know that their roster was one of the last few to kind of come together, and that a lot of their schedules haven't aligned yet, so they haven't gotten, I don't think, nearly as much practice as a lot of the other teams. But I think, as you said, I think Low Wave is a franchise player level good. Like he hit the engages he found that whole first game were really filthy, and that's why we had to permaban Rakan against them because dude's
his
just
Rakan is super good. Yeah, I think one thing I've noticed is like, so in executive, the difference between like executive and uh, CEO, as I think there's a lot of players, especially on your team, I would point out, but even like on Bigfoot's team, but a Joe Exotic that can play in that league. The difference is like the game knowledge, right, and knowing
Right.
when and where and what to do. I kind of harped on it in game one, but like I think that like there are a lot of mistakes that they made that are like small little macro errors or these small little micro errors that like are huge, right? Like for instance, you saw the top lane, like GoDaddy's daddy, he had the ignite and he took like one bad trade, and because he doesn't have teleport, he dies. He loses like 3 waves worth of creeps, and the
Yeah.
game's over for him, and it's over. And like
Yeah,
that's something that like,
100%.
and that's something like
I
not
think that's
no
a really good point. I think that's a really good point.
and no flame to him. Like I'm just using, unfortunately, he's gonna be my example, but these are like little tiny decisions that like he might have, and he cut it close too, and it might have been like it could have worked out. But it's one of those decisions that I think separates the leagues. And the one thing I've been really impressed with Frank's Little Beauties is I think this is a team that could play in the CEO league. I think this is a team that the more I watch them, they like their coordination is, you guys have like great coordination. You have the individual skill. You have, you could just tell you guys are practiced. I think that like,
I mean,
I shouted out Buggleberry. I shouted huge nibba. These players, I think, are like really just like are coming along. They're developing well. I thought huge nibba last year was really good, and this year I'm even more impressed. Buggleberry role swapped, and I know he does all the shot calling. And now he's got his new PC, and he's popping off. So it's like these are
so hilarious. You say the new PC. His computer was not loading up to start, so he actually played this whole series on his laptop. And so in between games, he had to like real quick like check to make sure it wasn't overheating because like there was up until like not like 30 minutes before the game, we didn't know if he was actually be able to play because of the computer issues. Yeah, but just to like go off at the point that you just said there, I totally agree. I think I mean I'm a lucky man to play on this team, and I think we were one of the first teams to form, and I think that's being a huge advantage to us because it's one thing to have a lot of individual talent, but like the cohesion, as you put it, it feels so effortless. Like there's never any confrontation. There's no like we should have gone here, any of that. Like it's all we are like within game. We are all one mind, and I think it really comes across in our gameplay.
Yeah, and I think one thing I would like challenge the other teams in the league for is like, this is like when you have a number one team like this, which I think is like, in my opinion, you guys are like clear number one right now.
Yeah.
This is a team that you should be looking at and studying and seeing what they do, and you guys should be they have the disadvantage of, I think every single one of your games has been streamed. Go back and watch it. We try to give insight as much as we can. Look for like plays, look for things. I think there are definitely holes or things other teams can look for. I'm not gonna like walk people through that stuff.
100%. I mean, even like look at game one from today. I mean, game one, we were we came out like to a blinding lead in the top lane. It fell behind the bot lane, but like within like by the 20-minute mark, that game was dead even.
Oh yeah,
that was on a knife's edge, and I think it was just a few key calls that I think got us there. But like that game that was anyone's game. And as I said, I think for Joe's Exotics, like as I said, they're a really good team, and I think that the big thing here is that I think their record isn't indicative of their skill, and I think that that game two was looked and felt to play against like just a mental boom.
Yeah,
for sure. Also, want to shout out both of you guys. I sat out the first game, so I watched and listened to the stream. And you guys crushed it. It was a great cast.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thanks, man.
You crushed it on the set, and you proved me right. Every time I cast these damn games, my voice cracked a little bit. Every time I cast these damn games, I like say, like, this is how this would work, and then I get proved wrong. I was like, okay, this is set favored. If he builds the Bork, gets to the Bork, he's just gonna crush him.
Yep.
That's what happens, and oh my god, it's what happened.
I think in executive and in CEO, I think the Ornn blind is a bit of a bait. Like it's not like you can't just like neutralize the lane like you used to. You actually have to be like pretty damn good at Ornn to pull that off. And I think there's just so many good picks right now that take advantage of it. So I think the blinding Ornn is
Bork, right, is I think kind of
it's so vicious.
Made the Ornn mid or the Ornn blind less
really
powerful,
difficult. 100%. 100%. All right. It looks like the next game's getting ready to go.
The PentaQ. I would say congrats.
Thank you.
Smashing it.
I want to shout out my my counterpart in the top lane, Cooney. Dude is undeniably an infinitely better top laner than me, but he pretends like he's tired to let me get some reps in. So I really appreciate that.
Yeah, shout out to you guys. I'm sure we'll cast more of your games, and I am excited to see.
I can't wait to cast some of your games.
Thank you. I'm excited to see you guys get challenged.
All right. Peace out, guys. Great shit.
Have a good one.
All right, guys. We are going into this game 2 of
we are. I am getting
just another executive match.
This is another executive match. We're getting
this is Azel's team, right?
Yeah, this is Azel from chat.
He was going to get his reckoning.
Yes, this is
his team.
The whole narrative structure, and we've got the draft.
PentaQ is up.
PentaQ is up.
I think I casted them once, but if I didn't,
you did.
Points.
You did with me. With the against Frank's Little Beauties, I believe.
Sorry. Ground Zero Gaming is the team I'm talking about. Did we cast them?
No, we did not. This is our first.
Maybe I casted them with Buggleberry. I don't know. If I didn't,
you did a Wednesday night one, right?
Yeah, I love Ground Zero Gaming. Shout out to them.
Hell yeah.
They were in executive last year. They were put in there wrongly. Apparently, that's what Buggle said.
Oh my god. Yes. Due to an insane clerical error, Ground Zero Gaming played.
But I will say this.
Yes.
They got way better. So we played them at the beginning of the year,
right?
I think, as the Glue Eaters. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. We were like, holy crap, these guys suck.
Mm-hmm.
Then going into the playoffs, because we didn't want to scrim any team that we could potentially play, and they were a team that like asked to scrim us multiple times. I think it was Nub, who their captain is, or whoever their captain is. We were like, holy crap, these guys are way better. Like they improved exponentially. So that's one of those cases where I think that like a team playing in a weight class above their own improved them dramatically, and I expect big things from them. I think they did pretty well when I casted them too. They're a team that I think has gotten a lot better at the macro aspect of the game. I think they have pretty good individual players. They're one of my. I don't know their record, but I don't know. The only record I know is the undefeated Frank's Little Beauties.
Yes,
I will say that with them, Frank's Little Beauties and Sensei Randall's, those are my 3 teams that I picked to be like the top 3 teams.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm excited. I love Ground Zero Gaming. I'm just
they
going to say
2-0'd last week against Glacial.
Yeah. I love Ground Zero Gaming. Shout out to them. I don't know if they're watching me, but I love them. Shout out to them. Shout out again. We didn't get a touch on it, but shout out to Joe's Exotics. Game 1 popped off. Game 2 might have been a bit of a mental boom there. Like he said, keep going. You guys got LeWave. LeWave is insane.
I thought this was.
Chat.
We've seen Joe's Exotic Beauties play twice now, and I think every time we've seen them, they've gotten so much better. I do think that their game 1s are way stronger than their. By the way, we're not really talking about this draft right now, just because we will have a ton of time to talk about it. But I do think that Joe's Exotic ex-husbands have gotten way better, and I think their game ones are super strong, and I do think they have a bit of like mental momentum in either direction, and I can't wait to see them like smash a game one and just carry that to the second game. Um, but yeah, also super excited to see Ground Zero Gaming play. I completely forgot that. I'm also really excited to see Azale play in the Gold Diggers because I'm all for Frank's Little Beauties being the boss to be taken down in the end. And this
I don't
is
know if Azel is in the chat, in the Twitch chat, but didn't he jungle when we watched him game? I thought he was jungling. Did he role swap to support Lachance? Is
I
this
thought.
something that?
Oh, this is interesting, right? Because wasn't the dumb idiot the AD carry?
Yeah, I think they have some role swapping going around.
I believe so. I believe so. We'll find out. We will introduce an inquiry.
Did he play jungle week 1? Okay, yeah, because I think that was the first game we casted was them versus Franks.
That makes sense, and we're in week 3 right now, so season's well underway. Hey, let's talk about these teams. The draft unveiling before our eyes, like a delicious multi-tiered wedding cake.
So I'm gonna Sejuani priority is crazy to me, and they first picked it. But they did have Trundle removed and Set, who I would say are the 2 picks that I would not want to pick Sejuani into.
Sure.
With those gone, I think they thought, okay, well, this is my pick. Like, maybe this is his best jungler. He's like, I'm going to play Sejuani. I played against the Sejuani in solo queue the other day. Arthur Dent, my amazing top laner,
Of course.
was jungling for me, and this Sejuani hard jungle gapped him. I'm going to give him some flame. This guy was an amazing Sejuani player, and he assassinated us by building Warmogs. I don't know how that works. But he did. So I do think Sejuani is okay. Like, he needs a good jungle matchup.
Ooh.
Jarvan, perfect jungle matchup for Sejuani, because it's just another tanky guy. He's just not going to go in there.
Right.
Nico is an, oh my god. Okay, they might be doing. So this is a high elo solo queue thing. Cho'Gath in the 80 carry position is actually like something that sometimes I've seen it, and there's a guy in
Really?
European Challenger that does this too. Yeah, so Cho'Gath with like a CC support like Thresh, Leona,
Sure.
against like a Varus
Oh, these are super interesting
is
compositions.
super strong. I would say so they're gonna have the quirky mid versus the Nico. Dang, I actually got a lot to talk about here.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
first things first, I think Nico's pretty good right now. Underrated pick, something I'm looking to pick up myself. I think she is pretty strong into most of the meta. She's not hard to play, right? She's like pretty simple. Which isn't like a knock on Nico players that just lowers like the barrier of execution. You can just play Nico, get away with a lot of stuff. She combos well. So I think Nico is probably fine into this Corki. Corki is not like a really, how do you say, like he's not gonna punish you in the early game. He needs to get to like 3 items to scale.
Sure.
But yeah, this might be. It could be not Nico mid too. I'll see after they lock in their champs. But this could be this Thresh Cho'Gath bot lane, which normally I am all for the chance. I think there's a lot of cool combinations you can do bot. My main complaint though is they're against Morgana. So if they're going with like this double CC bot lane, Morgana kind of negates that. You can still totally like play around Black Shield and play well, but I would say overall it can be risky.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have to see where the champs go. It could be Nico bot as well. Again, I think Morgana is okay into Nico bot. Now, the thing about when you play an AP champ like Syndra, or you play like Syndra and Cassio, these type of champs, you can break the Black Shield pretty easily, and then CC them. Yeah, it's the Cho'Gath. Okay.
Wow.
Ooh, mad.
This is gonna be very cool. We're in for a super exciting game.
So you lose a little bit of your like.
So explain how this
potential.
fully works and like what the point is.
So the point is that Cho'Gath has a lot of CC.
Sure.
His CC is kind of crap though, because it's slow and easy to react. So the theory is if you go Glacial Cho'Gath in the bot lane, he can use the Glacial Augment to set up a lot of CC, and if you're playing as against a low mobility AD carry like Varus, most of the top tier AD carries right now are low mobility, right? Varus, MF, Aphelios. Then you get a free rupture into a one shot because Cho'Gath, if he lands that, he instantly will kill you with a level 6, right?
Hmm.
It's really strong. Yeah, I love this comp. Like I know usually when we do these drafts, I'm always like, well, the standard comp with the champs is usually gonna win. But I do think like if it's done well,
Right.
it can be good. And I think this is done well. You have a ton of CC with Sejuani, Cho'Gath, Thresh, and Nico.
Oh, this is so much.
Gangplank scales really well
Mhm.
into the late game.
Yep.
So you're not losing too much of your scaling. I do think the double tank composition with Jarvan Ornn with Morgana is a little bit detrimental to their strategy, but it isn't like unplayable, right? And I like this a lot. On the side of Ground Zero Gaming, they just have a really standard comp, right? It's good. Like it probably is even better. I may not like it as much because it's not as. That's right. You got Ornn, Jarvan, super solid jungler, probably like the most solid jungler in the game. Ornn is great. He can even pressure Gangplank early. He does a ton of damage, but like if Gangplank plays well, I think he's fine. Corki just wants to scale. And you have Varus and Morgana, and I would say Varus might even be one of the best AD carries in the game because Varus can his item paths, right? Like he can either go the on hit build or he can go lethality.
Sure.
So he's just such a good like blind pick. Commander Crew says, "Wait till Kaisa comes back next patch. Mark my words." I don't remember the Kaisa buffs. I don't think they're that big. She is getting like the 30 health, but I know she's getting like another buff, but it's like
Was this her
0.05%
damage?
AD ratio on her Q or some crap like that. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Aphelios will still be the best. Champ is
Gold Digger's actually 1-1 and then 2-0'd us. Right here. A correction to the record. Just no come for you, Evo. All right, we got.
Gold Digger's actually 1-1 us and the 2-0'd us, Buggleberry here, and then we 2-0'd them. And that's
Oh, he's talking about the scrims. I remember we talked to them
2-0'd
afterwards.
them like after the game. You 2-0'd them in the match, though.
In the match. Yeah.
That's what counts, guys. I'm just gonna say.
I really
You can
think,
win all the scrims you want,
dude,
but
Frank's Little Beauties is a stage team. Like, I think they really show up in a big way, like when it counts. And yeah, man. So I feel like Gold Diggers have like it is cool. It's like it is all of the elements of like what you need in a team. It's just provided in some like unusual spots. I'm really excited to see how it plays out. That spell shield though is going to be super key. Just like
is this the first game?
yes,
Okay, nice.
yes indeed. So the narrative has just
And
begun.
Evo
to
is
be
the
woven.
coach, right? He is the guy who coaches Ground Zero Gaming, or is it someone else?
Evo, let us know.
He's in the chat.
Which is not actually no. Maybe he's on a different team.
Clutch says, "I'm pulling for you guys to do a 1-1, if not a 2-0. Go Ground Zero Gaming." Evo says, "I'm the jungle. You're crude."
I don't know. You're gonna have to.
I thought Crude and Evo are two separate players. I don't know.
Oh, I
Oh,
see.
but I gotta
Oh, yes.
control the mastery. Is that mastery?
Yes.
Oh, Evo's the jungler. Yadingus. Danced. You danced? Oh, okay. Well, Chance, I'm very
happy that somehow I've escaped getting a ban because
Yeah,
I
man.
emote spam a lot in
Well,
my games. I'm
we're-
not gonna lie.
We're gonna come for you. We're gonna come for you. We can't see every game, but when it's brought to
Maybe
our
the
attention,
spectate client just blesses me.
it's possible. I don't know how
It just
many
doesn't
of your
show 'em.
guys' games we've streamed yet.
Only the first one.
Okay. Well, listen, man. We're gonna get the band police. We've all of our budget goes to that.
I think I have my emote like bound to my recall as well.
Well,
so
undo it, goddammit. That's a completely fixable situation. It's insane.
I have it on it, so I have it like on my mouse button. So while I'm just clicking, I like just randomly click it.
Listen, solo queue exists for all you guys to take your fury out there. This is the LBLCS, goddammit. This is a place for fun and friendship, and we won't have it any other way.
True. I did because of LBLCS
hmm
unbind my mastery emote last year.
And we
Last season I
appreciate that.
unbound it. It doesn't. I have not master emoted since during the LBLCS.
That's incredible.
Now, do I confused frog junglers when they miss their gank on me? I do. Do I sad B the enemy when they flash and miss their abilities?
The old sad bee.
Will I spam sad B or happy luck or ooh woo on Zelius when he is hiding under his turret? I will.
Well, that's a whole separate situation.
Yeah.
Happy Cloud, you're giving a master class in BMing right now.
Emoting is like an art, I'm gonna say, in this game.
I will
There are
say,
some top
yeah,
tier emotes.
there's as the emote library gets deeper and deeper, the ability to express yourself. But speaking of expression, here we are, beginning of game one. Talk to me. Level 1. Is there a crazy invade?
LeChance, are you? Maybe. I don't know these teams as well.
Fair. Am I?
Are you a fan of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
Yo, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is one of the last bastions of anime and manga that I myself have not breached. I know that it has a incredibly devoted fan base, and that the people that love it love it. But I've read
amazing.
some of it. Yeah, talk to me about it.
So anyway, you probably know Dio, just because he's like a meme.
Yes.
You know. Okay, so the guy who does the voice of Sed in Japan
Is the voice of
Dio.
Dio? What?
The voice of Dio, yeah. So it's
That's
the same voice
cool.
actor. So next patch, they're releasing a set Dio emote,
What?
and I will be purchasing that and spamming that
Yeah, of
on
course.
cooldown
Of course you will.
because it's
That's
amazing.
wild.
So anyone should go buy that. There's also an amazing Bard emote in the past. I just saw my jungler got it where he adjusts his glasses all according to plan.
Are the emotes animated now? Do they have movement?
Some of them are animated. Yeah, the ones in the
Wow.
past is there's an animated dabbing emote, animated. You know,
Wow.
yeah, the emote exactly. So anyway, looks like a standard start from both teams.
Yeah, a little bit of probing.
I'm more of a fan of the fanning out. I think losing the game because of
5
an
point?
invade
Sure, yeah. It's not
potentially
worth it.
can feel really bad. I am excited to see the dumb idiot on this Sejuani. The fact that they first picked this shows they have really high priority on it.
Right. There's a lot of confidence in the champ.
Physical is using what I would say used to be the best Gangplank skin. I am a fan of the
Oh, if we're about to talk Gangplank skin meta, I've got some opinions, but carry on.
FPX Gangplank skin is top tier.
You got it. Ghost Gangplank all the way.
Spooky.
Spooky Gangplank is you're just a ghost. You're being all spooky. Great double
It's
knockup
true.
right there. Yeah,
I love,
I've got a lot of mastery points on Gangplank. I think a quarter
I
million.
love the new FPX one because he's a Power Ranger. It's
Yeah,
so
that's
cool.
a good point. God, what a great... ooh, a little bit of damage right here.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow. Well done from this Varus. Gotta get used to the new summoner names.
So I think that's a that's a little demonstration, right? Where like with the black shield, he can kind of walk up like that,
Right.
and then unencumbered. We'll have to see how that plays out with maybe with if he gets the hose,
Sure.
the GLP, it will change that.
Yep.
We'll have to see. Some nice poke in the mid lane.
Ooh, a lot of damage out from Physical here, and he's got the level advantage too. Banks unable to clear that level
Oh my
disadvantage. Wow. Getting
I
some.
think remember last time watching Physical, he did pretty well.
Yes,
Um,
you are remembering right.
So I expect big things from him. These are
Oh, and
two
the
teams.
silence. Sorry, yes, go on.
Yeah, they got the silence. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like
I love
a lot
that.
of.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so Juani has
Oh,
top
a
priority.
double knockup right here. Let's see. It
Nice.
looks like they might pursue this. Zale walking up, getting some auto attacks down. Black Shield comes out, but also a very fancy dodge.
Yeah,
Dude, these auto attacks, let's see the exhaust come out. They're really trying to commit to this. Let's see where they go. The force
No
is
Black
split,
Shield,
but
he's
the
gonna
heal
have to
comes
use heal.
out. That's true, but Polar Bear is out of mana. As is the Nub. Well, I love that we've got 2 members of Ground Zero Gaming, or 3 members have GZG in there in front of their summoner names. Well done. That's commitment to a team. Once again,
actual
I
clan
do
tag.
want nothing but success for this team. I love their storyline in general. Speaking of success, looks like we've got a gank coming in here. Jarvan coming around. Will the Polar Bear be able to get out? A nice little dodge, but the Thresh Hook grabs him in a flash. Polar Bear still got Ignite. Let's see, one last auto attack. First blood to the Varus. The dumb idiot arrives just a fraction, a hair of a second late.
yeah. Unfortunately for Polar Bear, I think he was trying to like hold his flash and bait them in as quickly as he, like as deep as he could.
Yeah.
Just unfortunately did not work out. And that dumb idiot tried to salvage it. They do get all the sums off Varus, so if the Black Shield's ever down, they probably can look for a CC chain on him. But yeah, unfortunate. Look at this huge wave
Yeah,
he's gonna catch here.
Physical's actually up an enormous amount. And doing a good job. These are going to be hard to grab right there, especially with the strength that the barrels are at right now. But still, you know, more than a 10 CS lead, and another wave to collect under tower.
Even CS in the mid lane. He opted in for the Fleet Footwork on Corki and the Comet on Nico. I do think Fleet Footwork Corki is strong. If you're in a matchup you think is favorable, I have seen Hail of Blades. He's trying for the Mana Moon here. We'll see if he... I think Corki will start to be strong after Triforce with Mana Moon, but he really starts to take off like every item after that, like exponentially. Just when he gets to the Infinity Edge, like his crits, you know, he's like doing magic damage mostly with his autos. So the fact that like he'll get to crit you for like, you know, 1,600 magic damage every crit is like pretty insane.
Ooh, Zale walking up. Does land the hook, but is a full level down.
I do like this.
Ooh, hey, we've got a gank here.
Oh, nice
Physical
gank here.
does get knocked up, and it looks like Ornold's coming down. Let's see. He's going to get one knock-up right there, but Banks has got to find some space for himself. Maybe looking for an over-the-wall flash, but they are blocking it with their bodies, and that kill's
Nice.
going to go over to Physical.
Okay, so Banks holds his flash there because he knows he's dead. Ground Zero Gaming looks for the dragon, like smart play. Okay, well,
Great
the
cross
jungler's
map.
top. We have to trade.
Oh.
Nice.
Remember, folks, it's always worth it. It's free to throw your ability over the wall.
So here's one thing I will say. Like I said, I like this combo of the Cho'Gath Thresh.
Yes.
I just think it's like so unfortunate or an oversight that Morgana was left open, or that they just picked it into Morgana.
Right.
Maybe they believe that like later with levels they can pop the Black Shield, but Morgana is just so good at like making this combo useless. Because like imagine if just they didn't have a Black Shield here.
Right.
This was like any other enchanter. It's just every time they land any of their CC, they get hit by just like they get landed the hook into the rupture, or rupture into hook into flay into silence. It's just so difficult.
Right, the Black Shield just adding that extra layer of difficulty. And you've really got to follow it up. And then, you know, if Morgana gets even a second, it's all gone. Ooh, nice job by Banks there. It's always super annoying to take a Gangplank's barrel away from him. Alright, Cho'Gath got a nice wave. Looks like they're going to freeze it there a little bit. Alright. Just back to... both these teams playing, I mean, it is pre-10 minutes, but... Okay, looks like a little bit of a lane gank here. Jarvan go look up for this knock-up, and he does get it, the last portion of it. But the Lantern... Woo! That's why it's a great ability.
Really close. I thought he was going to die there, but he's able to survive.
Yeah, both these teams playing really well. I'm excited. Ooh, I wanna figure out. I promise I'll move on in topics after this, but I do want to see when Ground Zero Gaming plays Frank's Little Beauties, because they were having a little bit of banter in chat there. Ooh, physical following up, maybe too far. Let's see Ornal coming out. Let's see if he can dodge it.
I think
he can.
still has his
Looks like
W,
Gangplank comes down. Yep. Oh, has W, but let's see, walking away, and the tick from the Flaming Blade brings Ornn crashing to the ground.
Well played by Physical. God, Ornn is so dumb. He is a tank. And he almost 100-0'd that man.
I know. I know.
Holy crap. That's nerfed Ornn, by the way.
Yeah, hard to tell.
But yeah, this is why... I don't know if I should share this information, but I will. Arthur Dent is an Ornn main in solo queue now on his main account. He has like 6 Ornn games in a row. He's won them all.
It's insane.
He's basically an Ornn one trick. He went from hating this champ to just playing it, and he said to me, "I don't like Ornn, but he's easy and I win," or something like that. So, also if you get a tank right, it completes your team comp. Right, it makes team comp a lot better in solo queue. But yeah, so he's got the Mana Moon on Corki. Nico is backing for the Lost Chapter.
Is Corky's package a pile of dog bones?
I think it's treats, isn't it? Or maybe I'm wrong.
I'm gonna take control of the camera. I don't care what happens. I do want to see that. Yeah, it's a pile of treats with a wonderful little star on it. Well, that's great.
I'm surprised he didn't pick it up, but I guess maybe they just don't have anything to...
Yeah, I don't think that's like really bad. Oh, nice. Took the... Oh, Physical really wanted those minions. Dealt a lot of damage to him too there. Oh, the dumb idiot. Okay, great flash comes out. Let's see, they've got the slows. Will they be able to bring this guy down? A lot of damage coming out. Physical, one more Q. Yep. Another kill going over to that Gangplank.
Well, shout out to the dumb idiot for not being a dumb idiot and camping his lane.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, let's see. Jarvan coming over. Yeah, might be a little bit too deep, and 2 flashes expended there, but they get the kill.
So, unfortunate for Azurem. One thing I'll say is if your jungler is on the top side of the map, then like 9 times out of 10, the enemy jungler is probably on the opposite side of the map because they're looking to make a play there. You saw that Ground Zero Gaming was really on top of it. They got the dragon. He's probably counter jungling. It's definitely better in the case of the Nico here just to play back because you just don't know. Like even if he could take the 1v1, he does have the ignite. It is a risky play, right?
Right.
So, but good job for Crude. Like again, I talked about this. I think Ground Zero Gaming's macro is really good, or a lot better, right? From playing in the league. They were kind of playing in like what was last year's like CEO league as an executive team. And
once
they're playing
again, we apologize. But yes.
Yeah, which is fine. And like they chose to not make a big deal about it, and they took it as like a learning experience, and they got a lot better. And like, look at that. Sejuani's top side, they're picking on Banks, like hard camping Banks. He's like, okay, well, I'm gonna get advantages of the bot lane. My bot lane has a kill. Now my mid has a kill. Potentially second dragon here. It's looking really good. We got a teleport coming in from Physical.
Ooh, we've got a huge fight
Nice
coming right
hook.
here. Thresh, a great flash out, and looks like, yeah, Varus ult being put down, but we go to the other side of the fight here. Physical causing a lot of damage. Let's see, he is taken down by the Morgana ult. The dumb idiot, about half health, but lands this great ultimate, freezes that Corki up, and it's a 1-for-1. And
Yeah, unfortunately, so Polar Bear
I don't
doesn't
think
have
we're
his
done
ult.
yet, by the way, but
Yeah,
carry on until we
he
are.
didn't have his ult. He's gonna have it here shortly. The dragon
They
is
want
gonna be really
this.
hard to secure versus this Cho'Gath.
Yep, that's a good point.
Maybe Crude goes in.
Ooh,
Okay,
teleport.
they have teleport coming in from Banks.
Coming in. Okay, all right. Looks like they want this fight. Polar Bear, I think he wants that execute. Okay, wow, a monster Nico ult. That is every member of the opposing team. Nope, sorry, 4 out of 5, but still. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god, this
And
horn.
Ground Zero Gaming with a great teleport and a triple kill onto this Ornn. Come back and retake the Dragon Pit. Whew. You know, as I mentioned last week, I've been reading and watching a lot about the Napoleonic Wars, and there was a lot of this retaking of territory. Almost every major battle, which is like fought over a series of villages, it's just constantly like, throw several thousand men at this village, we'll take it for about 3 hours until they throw several thousand men at it. It's incredible. But that felt...
I love this copy pasta that Buggleberry Finn made.
What is the... I can't see any of it.
Arthur Dent, aka Glue's Bottom, is a high-low top laner known for his Ornn 1 trick,
Oh my
finally
God.
displacing Bug Fanatic. I have one for you too here. I made an Arthur one. Here's my Arthur one. I can read it to the for
Please
for
do,
those of us.
yes.
Arthur Dent shudders. Please don't speak his name. When he's in the game, he's never out farmed. He denies even he denies his opponents and even his own team CS to reach those massive numbers. Don't dare give him more. He's his favorite champ. The top gap that is created will be so large that it makes his Gragas look slim. Shh! Did you hear that? Oh my God, he's coming. How many bands do we have? 5? Only 5? This man has an ocean. It's a little longer, but that's the one that fits in Twitch chat.
I just want to say there's a lot of ways that we can spend time on this planet Earth before we shed our mortal coils, and I'm glad that you've spent a certain amount of time on that.
Of course. That's all I got, you know.
Oh,
I got a lot of extra time in the quarantine, my friend.
oh yes. Oh yes. Some missed Morgana Qs and missed Thresh hooks right there. Well, they look for their opening. This is a...
So Swithy says my Twitch is lag. Is anyone else having that issue?
Interesting. It's possible. If it helps, feel free to blame it on me. It could be something we're doing, but I haven't changed anything, so it shouldn't be us. Physical. Ooh. Oh, I thought he was gonna try and go for the knockup right there.
Clutch says working fine for me.
Banks has now caught up significantly and now has a nice little bounty for himself right there. Who do you think wins this 1v1 now? Is this still, Physical did it 3 times in a row, but I mean, obviously this Ornn, I guess now oh yep, he just built Ninja Tabby for himself right there, because he can do that, because he's Ornn.
So Ornn has 3 passives.
Yeah,
Why does he have 3 passives?
because it's
Who
fair.
knows?
Because it's fair.
Who knows?
It's only fair.
He can buy items in lane. That could already, just without the shop, that could already just been his passive. Then he also gets 10% increase. Okay, never mind.
Well,
oh my
Happy
God,
Cloud
the
gets
hit.
mad about this. Looks like Azale's gonna get caught out by Varus ult, but Jarvan says, no, let's keep going. And then smartly backs away. I'll say this. That's an absolutely excellent point, which I had not really considered before. He does have 3 passives, and just the buying would have made total sense and would have been totally fine to begin with.
Yeah. It's okay. Anyway. Yeah, Evo said it's lagging, so my Twitch is also like...
That could, it could just be like situationally internet stuff. I don't really want to try and make any adjustments, only because then I would have to like tab away from the game and then tab back in and then...
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, maybe try leaving Twitch and coming back. Who knows? Maybe that'll work. Oftentimes, turning
Hopefully.
something off and then turning something on is the answer, as I've learned multiple times, embarrassing myself.
Sometimes I also know that like it will be working better on my phone. Okay, might have a pick here.
It might be the case because, wow, oh, a great flash, instant flash out by Azael. Nothing silly about that. Well done. All right, and it looks like both teams trying to vie for a little bit of vision here. 29 seconds until this dragon comes up, and this would be the third one. Ooh, those bushes make it hard to get back there without being in danger. Larinox is going to put himself in danger. Black Shield's out. Gets a little bit nervous, backs up. I understand that. Wow. Both teams dancing while Physical pushes away in the top lane. Doing his darndest to split. He's going to be met by this Ornn. And both of them are going to have teleport up for this. It looks like... Alright, Lyrinx goes up, dodges. Okay, Threshold comes out. Mirrored by the Morgana ult. The teleport coming in. Let's see. The Ocean Drake does go down. They get their first one of the game. Nico ults. Ornn ult coming down as well. A lot of ults coming down. Looks like Sejuani might be caught, but he backs up. Alright, Polar Bear just dealing damage on the side. An enormous amount of damage. What was that? Was that a Corki missile?
That
Yikes.
was well, Corky's on the team that got damaged.
Lyrinx dies, slowed by the GP ult, and dies in the center of it. That is
That was
rough.
a Gangplank barrel combo that chunked their whole team.
Oh my goodness. Well done.
Yeah, so so they're able to secure the dragon, which is great because that would have been sole point for Ground Zero Gaming.
Yep.
God, Banks like really just a beneficiary, man, of this like that crazy dragon fight because he was down 0-3 if you remember correctly.
Yeah.
Like he got like the solo kill, he got ganked twice, like he was not in a good position, and now he is like almost 2-item Ornn. He almost has his Sunfire cape and his Abyssal Mask. For those of us watching who are unfamiliar, these are the 2 items you always should get. You should always get Sunfire cape, you should always get the Abyssal Mask, unless you're against like full AD, then go for the Iceborne Gauntlet. They're the 2 items that are the most like, when he upgrades him, those 2 items, those are the items that give him the most like value. Like every other item is worth about 1,000, but those 2 are worth like almost 1,800 each. So it's just, you're just getting more value, right? Sometimes I see Ornn's like build random crap, but then I don't know why they do it. So should always get those 2.
It's a mystery.
But yeah. So Corky's almost on his Triforce, which will be like very powerful. He has a 60 CS lead in the mid lane, really strong.
I feel like this game has been on that edge where neither team has really taken complete control of the situation. No one's been running away with it. Oh, it looks like Physical maybe looking for a chance to do that right here. Banks trying to ult out. Let's see a full teleport coming in to try and get this. Physical is like, okay, well, am I going to be able to kill him in time? No, because Corki comes in, packages in, and takes the kill for himself. The rest of Gold Diggers trying to respond, but fight just happens too far away. And now, I mean, Baron's up. That's a significant amount of damage. I don't think they're going to go for it, but it's always an option, something they can threaten.
It always is risky trying to 50-50 a Baron versus Shogath, right?
Good point. Absolutely, yeah. There's always going to be that flash ult possibility. Though he is down flash right now, but, there's other ways. Alright.
For sure.
They've got some good deep vision here, which is going to get cleared out a little bit. Ornn found himself in a side lane once again. It looks like Gangplank's going to the other end. But you were just talking about Corki's strength. Do you think Corki's in a position where they can 1v1 this Gangplank successfully?
Yeah, I think so.
And how about the Nico Ornn matchup? I feel like Nico's not in a position to be able to take down this Ornn.
Not at all. You are correct in both your assumptions, my friend.
All right, so this is looking really good for Ground Zero Gaming then. They've got these favorable side matchups, or side lane matchups, and they can just wait it out till the next objective that they really want to lay down everything for. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I mean, I guess one turret shot on Ornn isn't going to do anything. I always get excited when the turret gets a shot
just
in, but... Yeah, this Varus also starting to look pretty big himself. Got 2 items finished. This is kind of a holding pattern, right? Like, they do seem to be just, like, waiting it out to the next thing. Dragon is coming up right now, and Ground Zero Gaming has vision over it. Obviously, they want this badly. I think they're gonna...
Yeah, I mean, I think for them, like, they're 2 dragons off soul. They want the soul point. I think they're more than strong enough.
Ooh,
Here they go.
someone's pulling a prank. Here we go. That's everything onto the Thresh.
Oh my god.
Monster barrel! Physical, well done. Okay, we got Spooky Ghost coming out as well. Jarvan and Morgana are the ones that get slowed up. Let's see, Cho'Gath knockup doesn't do anything, but it looks like a teleport's coming in from behind. I don't know if they have the health bars to turn on this guy. Ornn is just a big Ornn boy. Okay, Pico looking for a big ult right here. He flashes in, gets the kill onto the Varus. This is huge. Ornn gets a pretty big knockup right here. Lyrianox doing some damage on the side. Ornn, of course, still just doing a lot of damage, a lot of Ornn things. I think we're back down to a, what is this, a 2v2 right now? All right, Physical's got to back off. Wow, Physical can really mess up the whole team. As long as it's not... Oh, there's the GLP.
Yeah, physical damage output right now with only 2 items is massive. I couldn't tell if those are crit barrels, but like he is
God,
just like
that was so big.
50%, like 3 members on the enemy team gets another barrel chain onto the Jarvan. I don't think they can kill this Ornn. He's so tanky.
Yeah, I think they're just a little more interested in keeping him off. Maybe I'm wrong. Wow. Yeah, alright, Ornn has decided, obviously, he wants this. Okay, Thresh Lantern. Looks so wonky when this giant Cho'Gath grabs that little lantern.
Yeah, my favorite thing, I was explaining to my girlfriend who doesn't play the game. She was just watching one day, and then it was like she was like very like I was trying to explain how vision works, and then like we had like a Malphite who is so big on my team, right? He's like sitting in a bush, and I was like, well, right now because he's in the bush, they can't see him. She's like, yeah, but he's basically like out of the bush. And I was like, yeah, but that's how it works, okay? He's in the bush, you can't see him. He's huge, but you can't see him. And this Cho'Gath is so huge, and he just, even though he's in the bush, you can't see him. He grabs a little lantern. He grabbed it, so he gets to take, he gets taken away. So just one of those funny, like, little intricacies of League of Legends.
I mean, like, narratively, Malphite is as big as several mountains.
Yeah, he's like a mountain, right? He's just like a... I mean, Ornn is supposed to be like a god.
He is fully a walking mountain. Azale, a nice flash there. All right, looks like Ornn coming in with the knockup. Oh, that was just the clone.
Yep. Another big champ we're getting soon is Volibear rework.
Oh yes, that big, enormous bear. Great Thresh hook right here.
And Corki is just a top tier skin, I will say.
It really is. The fact that it's a bunch of dog treats is so... I mean, it's just very cute. Now, let's see. It's enormous Cho'Gath running down. Okay, ooh, Varus knocked up right there. That's a lot of damage. Okay, they've grabbed this Ornn. They're going to try and do some work on it, but Ornn's going to say, hey, I'm here to play. Gets 2 knockups right there and an amazing amount of damage. What? That was insane. All right, great Eco ult right there, but immediately taken down. Corki, double kill. He's going to work up to a Triple? Nope, doesn't look like it. Great fight there for Ground Zero Gaming.
Yeah, that's the Corki damage right there.
Yeah.
LeChance, we're kind of talking about. He's gotten to the point where he's really strong. Ornn upgraded his Trinity Force. He is a menace right now.
They're eating
Yeah.
through this Baron. Sejuani might try to go for a steal.
They have double AD carry. It's just gonna melt.
Yeah, let's look around here. All right, they grab it. Oh, and they tag physical. He's able to W out on directed camera. And they're just gonna back out of this situation.
He just gets to eat the orange and he's okay.
So, okay, so what is it? Just Ground Zero Gaming is just gonna scale harder into infinity? Because the last two 5v5 team fights that were fought were actually lost by
Ground Zero Gaming.
yeah, absolutely. They lost those last two dragon fights, and yet Ground Zero Gaming has been up this entire time and is still up 5k. That's
Well, now, I mean, a lot of that is the farming,
sure.
I would say, and then they have more tower gold, so they're getting more global gold. But a lot of this lead is on the Corki.
Right.
It's a 60 CS lead.
Wow, great flay right there. Well done.
I don't know how to toggle the gold. Oh, maybe it's because I'm
Not
an
gonna
idiot.
lie.
Okay. Never mind.
know.
I mean, it's X.
It's X.
I'm an idiot. Yeah.
It's
because
X,
I,
ladies and gentlemen. A new feature
I
brought
was-
to you by Happy Cloud.
Yeah. So Corki is huge, and
Yeah.
he has like
Wow.
almost a 3k gold lead on himself over his laner. Put in perspective here. 2.6.
Yeah, that's an enormous amount. I just saw one of his missiles basically half health. Wow, they're gonna try and go in on the side and try and all in this Ornn. Cho'Gath chasing him down, lots of slows, but looks like he's gonna get away. And the rest of Ground Zero coming to protect their buddy and probably more likely to fight over this dragon. Which, I mean, I think you gotta turn it over at this point.
Yeah, I think it's not the soul, so you don't have to really worry about it.
Right.
You also like delaying some of the Baron timer. That's not terrible.
Right. And it would be really
God,
bad
Corki is
to
like
die.
one item off of being like god tier
Right.
now. He already is probably the strongest champion on the map.
Mhm.
But when he gets his like rapid fire cannon, it's probably GG.
Yeah. And Gangplank at his like finest, right? Like at the very end of all of this. What do you think is going to be more effective? I mean, I don't know if physical's even going to be able to
I think
get.
Corki.
Yeah.
I think Corki is just so strong. I think Corki is probably one of the strongest like late game threats in the game. Like 6 item.
Yikes.
I mean, it's crazy, but the fact that he does the magic damage conversion on his autos, like when he's critting with the Triforce with these auto attacks, it's doing
Right.
800 damage, and it's so hard to itemize against that actually,
Right.
because magic damage is more effective than physical damage in this game.
Mhm.
And the reason that's like gated, we have a dive here actually.
We do. Ornal coming out. Let's see.
Don't know. Oh
I
my
don't know
god!
if physical's going to be able to find himself the space that he needs. He drops the ult. Physical doing a really good job. An amazing flash.
Wow,
Give
nice.
this guy a raise. Very well done. A great knockup. This dive has turned a little bit into disaster, and excellently played by physical.
Yeah, physical really just outplayed that.
Yeah, keep an eye on
Like
that
I
guy. He's going to do some awesome things this season.
Yeah, so
Oh,
man, he was
Corki.
Yeah,
Yep.
so
Not much
strong.
you could do there. Yeah.
So like I was saying, magic damage is supposed to be gated by cooldowns, but Corki is auto attacking.
Hmm.
So he's hitting you for like 600 nukes every auto attack, right?
So much.
Love when the little Corky shakes his butt when he's walking.
Isn't
So
it?
cute.
That's the right Corky skin to be using.
Remember when Morgana didn't have legs?
Wait, what?
Remember her before her like visual update? She was just like a dress that dragged on the ground.
I
Didn't
am
have
not
legs.
gonna lie. I don't think I paid attention to that. That's
She just didn't have legs. Now
Wow.
she does.
God. This game, the heights to which it has risen is incredible.
Yeah.
So is this game? This game isn't over, right? They've still got the tools.
No. I mean,
Yeah.
like you can easily, if Leonox isn't. Oh, okay. So Corky opting for the Quicksilver Sash, which is really smart. Because I was just about to say, if Leonox isn't on top of his game, a stray Sejuani ult or Cho'Gath Q or any of that stuff could totally catch him out.
Right.
Having the QSS now makes it super difficult to kill him. I have it's gonna be so hard for them to win. This is kind of like where
Yeah.
they had to kind of win with their comp. I think they had to win the game. The chance, like they had to be in a really commanding position at this point of the game.
Right. Ooh,
Um,
Crude going in on this. Dumb idiot. Makes that jump. Yeah,
And
I
they
mean,
were doing really well. I mean, they had like this Ornn. It was just that one dragon fight that put this Ornn back in this game, and now,
I mean, look at him. That's insane.
and even Physical is playing super well, but it's just it's not looking good.
Physical's playing out of his mind. So good. Yeah, I mean, you just can't stop him from walking over that tower. They don't even have to, like, the Hurricane proc in the Baron. And they just decide to back off, and I think that's super smart. Like, they don't need to risk things by taking that Baron right now.
Yeah, they just want to wait for the Ocean Soul. They have 50 seconds, and if they get that, it's like basically GG for them.
Yep. That's a very good point. And it also, you know, if... Oh, here we go. Looks like the Thresh caught out a little bit right here as ill. Great flash over the wall, but Spell Shield on Crude as he walks up. Takes some CC in the face. God, this Corky is just everywhere you don't want him to be. Or where he should be. Spooky Ghost go out.
Yeah, he has the. I don't know how often he's used the package this game. Maybe I've missed it. Chance.
Once is what we've seen. He used
Okay,
it to
yeah.
kill Physical a couple minutes ago.
Okay. This is gonna be really hard. They're down a man.
They are.
Or maybe
Ooh,
they just
Banks
learned. Maybe
on
they
the
just go without
backline.
it.
Yeah, I think so. Azurium's
Here
gonna
comes
get a great
Corky.
ult off. That is half of Morgana's health, but Corky is in this fight. Physical dealing a lot of damage and having a lot of damage dealt to him. Crude flashes out of that fight right here. Banks the Ornn is full health after all of that chaos.
Okay, so
Just-
Corky Toke Life kind of trolled that fight a little bit too, where he came in with the Corky package and he got like a knife one,
very deep.
getting a lot of damage, but Cho'Gath was looking out for him. Got the silence and basically one shot him.
Yeah, that was pretty instant right there.
They still get the Ocean Soul,
Oof.
and as we saw the last game, it's like the Ocean Soul just makes champs like this Ornn
I mean,
unkillable.
look, he's tanking turret shots. Four shots there. Basically
He's already back to
nothing.
full health.
Yep, Spooky Ghost comes down. I mean, Cho'Gath does obviously have
I mean,
that
they'll-
execute, but
They'll do nothing to this guy.
nothing. He's gaining 80. I mean, it is fully... Oh, that is incredibly disheartening. Yeah, you need a lot of specific situations right here to line up to take even just that Ornn out. And now he's full health, full mana, sitting in the mid lane with a Baron buff and Ocean Soul. I mean, you can put 4 people against him and you still might not be able to take him down.
I would bet that he could 1v5 for a solid minute or two.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Maybe he doesn't
Might
win
even be
that.
till he runs out of mana, because
Yeah.
he will be just healing too much. He's so tanky. Corky has Essence Reaver, double crit,
with this Triforce, with this basically full build. Nice little poke there by Physical, but they have the Ocean Soul, really strong on champs like Corki too, who can just like shoot a rocket and just instantly will start healing. Yeah.
Yeah, this is, I mean...
They just have to go.
Yeah, absolutely,
Nice.
and they do.
Nice.
It looks like, oh, great. Okay, they eliminate one right there, but Polar Bear is going to go down right after that. Corki just getting damage down over the wall, and ultimately, I mean, they just don't have the stats. Physical, going to do his best to outplay, but what can you do when it's just the entire team there, and they've got Baron, and I mean, this is going to be game one, going to Ground Zero Gaming. This was your pick. This is definitely, you know, I saw them play last season. This is a huge improvement.
They just look solid. They're just solid. Like they have definitely
Absolutely.
gotten like really good fundamentals down. They definitely like I would say they had some missteps. Shout out to the Dumb Idiot for like pressuring top lane, getting a fat lead. Unfortunately, like it sucks that Banks picked up a triple kill and like kind of got himself back in the game. But just really well done. Like they just they knew their win con. Like, okay, we go late. We go late with this game. We don't lose. We have Varus who scales really well. We have Corki. We have the Ornn. We have like a perfect standard double tank comp. Morgana to protect our carries. Like it's just solid. A chance. Like that's all I can really say.
Super solid.
Ornn with the most damage in the game.
Yeah, of course. Let's see. I'm gonna send an invite to you as well. Yeah, and I mean, shout out as well to Gold Diggers. Like, I think they played really well as well. I don't think that bottom lane panned out in the way that they needed it to. But I thought Physical and Lyrianox definitely played super well. I thought the Dumb Idiot had some amazing Nico ults. Like, I don't think I ever saw him hit less than 2 people. So, you know, I don't think they've got anything to be discouraged about, aside from just how discouraging it is to play against an Ornn with Ocean Soul on it as well.
Yeah.
All right, we have got the links, we've got the power, we've got the ability. Let's see. Over to Pro Draft.
LeChance, is the spectate for this series on Twitch longer than it used to be? I don't know.
How do you mean?
Because like, wasn't the delay like on the stream? I guess it's always a 3-minute delay, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, is it still?
No, I don't know. This is quarantine brain, man.
Yeah, dude. We talked about it before. We're all
ignore me.
melting inside. Yeah, 100%.
Ignore me. I mean, where I live, stuff is starting to open up,
Yeah.
which is nice. Those of us, I'm a little political. Just because stuff's open, please still wash your hands and
Absolutely.
wash. Ooh, someone didn't make the thing private. They're gonna have to kick this guy. Yeah, wash your hands and wear your mask and please still social distance and all that good stuff.
Of course. It's if you would be fine if you got sick, think about the person that wouldn't be.
Yeah, just make sure we're protecting those of us who like have respiratory diseases, you know, or the elderly.
GP has Executioners, so I'd say he could only 1v5 from it. Did GP get Executioners last game? Also, everyone's technically just looking at the Pro Draft, by the way, right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they forgot to make it private again. That'll happen.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's that quarantine brain, man. What do you think our casting is going to be like, towards the very end of all of this? It's just going to be.
I think I'll start just doing better, not only in casting but in life when the gym is opened up, because I just need to
Yes!
stop sitting around.
Oh my
I
god.
need to I know, and people are gonna be like, "Oh, you could go outside and you could run." No, I hate running.
You're not a runner.
And also, right now, I live in Sacramento, and the next 3 days it's over 100 degrees.
Oh my god.
I'm not
Yeah,
going outside.
I've heard
It's
the heat is getting
disgusting.
wild for you guys.
Yeah, it's disgusting. So I'm not gonna Crude the dude says they even had a sub in the jungle. Crude, you're a good jungler. That's not even. That's like saying they subbed out Kobe for LeBron.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
did great. You did great.
Rest in peace, by the way.
That's true.
But anyway, Lyra needs to switch. He did. Okay.
Perfect.
PentaQ, is it going on? Yes, they are.
Pentacues. That is what the folks at home have been looking at.
Tyler 1 is 3-7. Update for all our fans.
Tyler wins 3 and 7. Ah, fantastic.
Nah, not fantastic. Unfortunate.
Fantastic for the extra content that you'll be able to see.
I want my man to get challenger.
It's, he'll get there. Is he
Banksy Boy says MVP. Is that Banks?
like Banksy, like the artist?
That's Banks, the jungler for Ground Zero Gaming.
Oh,
Not jungler, the top laner. Sorry.
Yes.
I assume so.
That sounds reasonable. What will they get ready? What have you been Netflixing recently since we last talked?
So I think I shared my other stuff. So recently I watched Midnight Gospel
Oh, so
on Netflix.
weird.
It's weird, but it's cool. I like it a lot. It's interesting. And I'm trying to convince my girlfriend to watch Avatar. She hasn't watched Avatar before.
Yo, what a joyful and wonderful ride. I'm
Amazing
also
show.
in a similar campaign currently as well.
Yeah, I told her, I was like, it's really good. It's like really.
I found that like the first season is hard to pitch just because the animation improves so crazily from season 1 to season 2. Oh, they are drafting. Also, I want to say The Great on Hulu is great. That is fantastic. Game 1 went to Ground Zero Gaming.
What's the vampire show called that's based off the mockumentary? It's like.
What We Do in the Shadows?
Yeah, we watched some of that too. That was pretty good. So that's what I've been watching as of late. Also, if anyone is looking to improve in League of Legends, mostly the mid lane. Who won Game 1? Ground Zero Gaming. There's this YouTuber. I don't mind giving him a shout out because I think he's awesome. His name's Coach Curtis.
Ooh.
And Coach Curtis has made me way better at the game of League of Legends. And I'm not saying this ironically. I think he's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Ground Zero Gaming gets their Varus first pick.
Makes sense.
This is good. I think Varus is great. Like I said, he can go on hit or lethality.
A lot of options.
Counter with Ezreal here. Gold Diggers are giving some respect to the Ground Zero Gaming by banning out both the Ornn and the Corki. I know Toke Life is a player that I have played before. I think he's pretty good. He showed up last game. I expect him to do well again. He might be the player that will challenge Buggleberry Finn
Ooh.
for the best mid in the LBL and the LBLCS Executive League.
Now that I am super excited to see.
Yeah, I think he's really solid. We'll have to see though.
We will. How do you feel about these budding team compositions? I'm loving the Skarnar. I just think it's a fun champ, and I like the
Skarnar.
suppress.
Am I watching the same thing you're watching? Yes.
Yes.
Oh, never mind. I had the stream up. because I'm an idiot. So I was a little bit behind. Okay, so Janna and Skarner, and they're countering with Shyvana. I think Skarner is good. Do I think it's good into Morgana? Hell no, I don't. It's kind of the same issue that Gold Diggers had last game, where they have this guy that's like really good, but he's got a CC, and Morgana kind of eliminates that.
But now they've got the Morgana. They fixed it.
Yeah, so I don't know if I like the Skarner. Might be an Evo pick. Shyvana is really strong right now.
Yeah.
Now, is she good in fives? I don't know. I do think Shyvana jungle AP is really strong. Also, Lechance.
Yes.
There is a super troll Shyvana top build that has been going
Ooh.
around. And it's not troll, it's really good. So you run Shyvana top
Okay.
with Conquer and Death Dance Rush.
Okay.
And then you get Spirit Visage. And you heal so much, and you're so tanky. Because Shyvana gets like extra stats in her dragon form, you know? She's very, very hard to kill. And you just perma-shove the wave. You go Ignite Teleport, by the way.
Okay.
You perma-shove the wave and look to roam into the enemy jungle and just like mess them up. And I played against this a few times in solo queue, and I think it's pretty nuts. We'll have to see. Going back again with the Nico. This must be a Azurem pick. You know, maybe this is just one of his picks. Azurim.
Played well on it.
They're going to counterpick top lane for physical. I think that's smart. Again, this could be that Shyvana top. It probably isn't. But they get to counterpick top lane for physical. He was probably the best performing player last game. I think he's a player that can take over the game if given the opportunity. Banks is going to play Aatrox, which is like a really strong blind pick. And Tokelife is going to play his Vladimir.
Ooh.
Now we get to see what Physical's counterpick is. Now Aatrox, although it's a good blind pick in professional play, it is weak. He does have some like quote unquote hard counters. Maybe Physical plays those. Malphite.
Ooh.
Nice.
I like that.
Okay. I do like Malphite. So Chance, I've been casting with you here for almost 3 hours.
3 hours, man.
I'm gonna go pee.
That
be
is
back.
so reasonable. Please go. Ladies and gentlemen, I will vamp. You know, this is what professionals are expected to do, to have some entertainment that they can pull out of their back pocket and, for lack of a better term, just wow the audience in times like these. And that's why I'm not a professional. I don't have that. I don't have that for you. All I have is honesty. I can bare my chest and rip it open and show you my soul. And that soul does not have a special trick. This game should be... Oh, everyone's running to the bathroom, but me. And why don't they consider my feelings? Alright? Nobody let me run to the bathroom. It's just me, poor old Lechance, sitting here, waiting for other people to use the bathroom. It's a cruel world. It's a cruel world. Dutch Krampus, you want me to talk to you about the ocean? Well, first of all, which ocean would you like me to talk about? More calls for ocean talk. Yeah, let's talk about the ocean. Do you have a specific part of the ocean that you'd like discussed? Perhaps particular qualities which you find important, or that you think aren't talked about enough? Perhaps the crests of waves. But that is something that's talked about a lot. The crest of a wave is something that is often focused upon in poetry and movies, short form fan fictions. Maybe, I don't know, maybe the salt quality of the water. Oh, thank God. They're going into... But I still don't have anything to talk about. We just talked about this whole draft. Dutch Krampus, I want you to talk about something you think isn't talked about enough. I'm assuming particularly to oceans. Okay. I guess the viscosity of the water of the ocean is probably not often talked about enough. I mean, with certain scientific communities, perhaps the viscosity of ocean water is a common topic and something that is discussed with great regularity, which is not a word, but a collection of syllables that I stumbled over in an attempt to convey something to you, the audience.
I want you to talk about stuff you
Oh, I've been talking about the
you
ocean,
think isn't talked about enough.
but in
Just the ocean?
conjunction with the ocean. So qualities of the ocean that are any hydro homies in the chat? Yes, Keegan. That's the question that needs to be asked. Yeah, dude, we've been talking about the great boundless sea and all of its wonders. Dutch Krampus, you are a gem, a national treasure that should be protected with all of our possible resources. No, shucks, man.
Alrighty. So
Yes, it's
we
happening.
have
What's the score? The score is Ground Zero Gaming 1, Game 1. And this is the final matchup. This is make or break. A line has been drawn in the sand. Ground Zero Gaming says, "Step over it, I dare you." And Gold Diggers are going to try. It was not your Shyvana top. I'm sorry. Also,
okay.
Shrimp is cool.
I didn't figure like it would be. I think it's kind of more of a fringe pick. It is pretty good.
I believe it. It sounds dangerous. Dutch Krampus, are you aware of mantis shrimps? Because that's a fun little ocean thing. There's a great comic written about it by the Oatmeal. And they're... yeah, it's a wild creature. Okay, bird fact. Do you know when birds fly, they're in that... Oh, do you know... Hey, Dutch. Do you know how when birds fly, they are in that V formation? One side is always longer than the other. Do you know why? Keegan, is that because there's like the lead has something to do with how it's being led? There are more God damn it, Keegan. Here I thought you were an avian enthusiast. But instead it was a massive brain. So massive. This is game 2, LaSalle. Welcome back. I'll try to keep my Les Mis references to only the ones that are absolutely necessary. Which is still more than 0. Shiv Top was super meta back in the day. What? I'm assuming this was an early season. Hey, this is a question I've never asked you, Happy Cloud. When did you start playing this game? Well, you might be muted if you're responding, or you might not be at your mic. Of course, leaving open the opportunity to go on a monologue about oceans again. I did not prepare that monologue for today. It was late season 3. It seems. It's a while ago. This is season 10, right? Of League of Legends? That's wild. Wait, Dutch Krampus, when did you start playing this game? Nidalee Top. Meta pick. Who would have thought?
Okay. I am back.
Happy Cloud, I've got a question for you.
Yes.
When did you start playing League of Legends? I don't think I've ever asked you that.
Season 1.
Season 1? You're a season 1 boy?
I played when I played. I think Leona came out.
Wow. Wow, man. That's wild.
Leon Low Secret.
Yeah.
I'm a veteran here.
Yeah.
I'm learning probably more these last 2 seasons than I learned playing. I think I've gotten better.
and I've had to break a lot of my old like shitty habits. But people will tell you every season that blank season was the best.
Right.
A lot of people like to say season 3 was the best. They're all wrong. Every season is good and every season is bad in its own right, okay? No season is the best.
You know, that
I think
optimism.
that's just like this weird thing. It's just nostalgia.
Absolutely.
The worst season was the Zig Zareth meta season. That was the worst one.
Oh, so there is a worst season.
That's my opinion, the worst one, because it was like the games were like on average like 50 minutes.
That's
It
horrible.
was just brutal. Yeah. You just had these champs like so Baron back in the day used to not buff the minions. He used to just be like a stat buff. So they changed Baron. They didn't yeah, it just used to give you like AD and AP. That's it.
Wow.
And gold. And so they changed it because Baron was like it wasn't like a priority thing to get. So what used to happen back in the day is Zareth and Ziggs were like the two most played mids. And without the Baron buff, they could, and like a Nivea, and they could like infinitely wave clear. And
That
so the game
sounds
would just go on forever because the
yeah.
Baron didn't. That's this is like the reason they made the Baron minions like be able
Was
to
the
tank
Zig
so much damage.
Zareth meta?
Yeah, it was like a Nivea, like any of these wave clear mages. They've also nerfed wave clear on a lot of champs. If you notice, like Talia, she used to. I mean, this is kind of more recent, like a season 5, I think, or 6 change. But her Q used to be AOE. She used to be able to like instantly Q the wave. Zoe used to be instantly able to clear the wave. Like wave clear was so powerful back in the day that games would just go on forever. So they had to change it. Any seasons when junglers had to play tank sucks. That's not true. Tank jungling is not that bad. The worst season for junglers would have had to be like early in the game, where you were basically a support. You got no gold. So back in the day, season 1, 2, even 3 to some extent.
Way back when.
Yeah, you had to. If you were a jungler, you had to get 2 gold items. They had like gold per 10 items, kind of like the support items, but they would just generate gold. And then you only spent your money on wards and this thing called Oracle's Elixir, which was like a constant red trinket above your head at all times. You'd be able to spot out wards, but if you died, you lost it. And it was like
What?
500 gold. So all your gold went to that, and you get Moby boots. That was it.
Interesting. It's an interesting concept.
It was terrible. Supports used to only be able to spend money on gold and
Okay.
wards. You could have like an infinite amount of wards.
You have an infinite amount of wards?
Yeah, there wasn't a cap on your wards.
Okay, well that's crazy, but cool.
But that's why when a team got ahead, they stayed ahead because it would
it's just
choke you out of vision.
permavision. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why supports like, they have wards on their items, and like people remember the sight stone. That came because they wanted supports to be able to get some gold and play the game. So
This
League has changed. That was in season 3, by the way. Like supports were useless in season 3. People who like season 3 were mid laners, because in season 3 mid was like by far the best role.
have you
like,
played
ungodly
mid
strong.
for all of these seasons?
No, I played every role. I think I used to play season. I think my first main role was top. I used to play like Riven and Jace a lot. I played Singed.
That's where I started too. I've actually I haven't been playing AD recently. I've been just I'll play a solo queue game every couple days, and I'll just play Nasa's top lane. And,
With the Nimbus cloak and the spellbook. That's so fun. Have you tried that?
No, I haven't tried that. I just like farming. I just think it's peaceful. So I'll just like farm into infinity, and then I'll split push, and yeah.
So Nimbus cloak. So you should take spellbook on Nasus and take
Okay.
heal ghost.
Okay.
So you can still get teleport.
Sure.
But like, okay, think of it this way.
Yeah.
The worst thing about Nasus is that he gets dove in the early game, right? He's useless.
Sure.
If you have heal and ghost, you're less likely to be caught, and heal also has a lower cooldown than TP. So you make that your like primary summoner. Spellbook lets you get more summoners in the lane phase, so it gives you kind of better lane phase, because your lane phase as Nasus kind of sucks.
Ooh,
And then your
great.
secondary-
Wait, I'm sorry. Varus did a
Oh, nice.
very smart thing right there. That Q, just That saved them. I think we would have seen first blood right there if Varus had not had the foresight to throw his Q into that bush. Gets tagged by Azale, though.
Yeah, that was great.
That was really... I mean, that was... That was really just like a guess, right? It's like 50% of the multiverse, he does that, 50% he doesn't. And
Yeah, I mean, it was just
well done.
educated. He's like, they definitely could be sitting here.
They
They
could be
actually, yeah, they're like, okay, well, we don't know. Anyway, you take Nimbus Cloak in your secondary, and I think you take like the Celerity, and so you just get a bunch of move speed on Nasus. It makes it so you can't be kited. To quote my friend who plays Nasus, he says, "This feels like Nasus was meant to be played."
Oh,
So, you want to try it out
I will try
as a
that out.
Nasus player? It's really cool. But yeah, so the old season of League, obviously, people used to think it was like best. He says bot always in a bad spot, top usually in a bad spot. They had a ward and Tribush for the Varus Q.
Oh, I see. Thank you very much. I thought that was just like, just
Great guess.
instinct. Yeah. Gotta love the instinct plays.
In season 3, I think it was, the top lane meta was like Mundo, Shyvana, and Renekton. You had to play one of those 3 champions. And
my
Elise
God.
came out. And Elise was like so horribly overpowered. Nice trade in the top lane.
Yeah, that was well done. It's gonna be interesting seeing physical on Malphite. I just like seeing how fancy his fingers were with a lot of those gangplank plays. It's an interesting decision to put him on Malphite.
Yeah.
Looks like
He's
he's gonna
running
be
the
ganked
Comet.
too.
Hey, here comes the Skarner.
Yeah, all right. He's
Level 4.
actually choosing to go in here, and survives a little bit longer than I thought he would. But first blood over to that Aatrox.
Maybe he just thought he was doomed.
Yeah,
Surprised he
absolutely.
didn't just flash, but...
Yeah, decided maybe that wasn't worth it.
So Skarner has Phase Rush the chance.
Interesting.
And I want to imagine that the interaction he's going for is that when he ults someone, he can proc his Phase Rush with like ult auto Q,
Mhm.
and then he'll be zooming,
Zoom, zoom,
take
zoom.
them into his team.
Yeah,
That might be a pretty awesome interaction, actually.
I think so. Is that something that you've seen, like, done before?
No.
All
It's
right.
not.
Got a little
I've
bit of
seen,
theory
like,
crafting.
Predator, and I've seen the Conqueror, right? And I think Aftershock. We'll have to see.
Oh, let me use these newfound abilities to toggle for gold.
Dutch Crumpus says, Elise plus Ren was filthy. Yeah, the meta top lane was like, you had to play a champ that just couldn't die to Elise plus Renekton. In season 3 and 4, I think it was. One of those two.
I think I started playing in season 5, and I think like they had just like nerfed Elise to the ground at some point, like sometime before that, like not immediately. I just like I didn't see Elise in the game for like it was like 8 months or a year before I like finally saw like Elise because she got like some buffs, and I was like, oh, what a cool champion. But everyone told me horror stories about what a nightmare she was. And it
She
makes
was a
sense.
top laner for a while. When she first came out, she was a top laner.
I heard that. It's very confusing when you start playing this game that has changed so much over the years, and you talk to other players about it, because you're hearing like their experience with it. So if you're talking to somebody who's only played in certain seasons, I mean, and you're playing the game now, the game will sound insane. But let's talk about insanity. Azalium getting some space here. Vladimir running in, got a lot of damage. Okay, all right, pool has been popped. Immediate here though, going to be stunned a little bit, has to flash out. I think they're just looking to full retreat. Yeah, Aatrox showed up with his big sword. God,
I mean, that's
sword's
kind of
so
what
big.
GZG wants, though. Like, they scale really well.
Right.
So they shouldn't really care too much. It looks like Nub is going for the Pokevarus build,
Mhm.
which is strong. And they are against tanky jungle and top though, so I don't know how well it's gonna go. But But yeah, no, yeah, and the game's changed so much. I think people just like fail to realize. And I would say one thing that Riot's done really well recently is with like I think probably season 6 through 7, they really made an effort to make it so like I would say almost every champion in this game is viable.
Sure.
So there was a point where there was like not a lot of viable champions, and by viable I don't mean like S tier
Right.
picks, but like there would be like people would be like if you like locked in Teemo for instance or Garen, people would actually like report you
Right.
for trolling. Like that was like like people would be like, this is reportable. Like this guy's
Champions that couldn't be
inting
won on.
my game. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like now I think every champ is like playable. Like obviously like if someone locks in Udyr in my game, I'm dodging. But for the most part,
I forgot about Udyr. That's right.
yeah, for the most part, I think most champs are pretty viable, which is nice. Like I think that's cool.
Mhm.
I mean, the cast is like almost 140 now, so the fact that like
Yeah, it's
you can
huge.
play any of these champs and to some success.
Oh my god, the Flash Lyrinx.
Oh my
Oh.
god! Wait a minute.
That was ballsy.
Yeah, Lyrinx needed to wait for the
That
Black
was the
Shield.
Flash
I think
Shield. Yeah.
if the Black Shield wasn't up, he might have been able to kill him there.
Yeah, that was nuts.
It's a little wild.
Torque Life getting some damage down. No, this has been a very laid back game. Both teams just sort of gathering their resources. We're seeing a steady farm lead be generated in all lanes, actually. Every position, really, outside of support. Banks just keeps throwing these waves into physical. Who's having a hard time on Malphite picking up this farm. But I haven't really seen anything like lethally be committed to. Yeah, just sort of a lot of pressure back and forth. Honestly, people aren't even really backing. I think Shyvana is just going for Dragon. Now, I will say this. They do, Gold Diggers has started down the Dragon path. Okay, well, let's talk about lethality. Okay, ult's coming out as well. Okay, he flashes. I also flubbed all the names of the people in that fight, but still. And Rift Herald used to great effect. We're gonna grab all these plates here. Teleport coming through as well. And ult thrown out, just because. Ooh! Alright, Shyvana suppressed. I believe Shyvana still has ult. Oh, flashes the Malphite ult very well there. Banks regaining a lot of health. This is Aatrox. Evo going back in. Let's see the flash out from the Malphite. And still. I mean, they just refuse to die. Ooh, drops that. Wow, that's where my brain's at right now. What's the big minion with the cannon? The cannon minion. That's what I was
Cannon
trying to
minion.
say. That's
Oh my goodness.
Happy
okay.
Cloud. That's where I'm at right now. That is. Oh my God, Varus. So much damage. It's gonna be some great half-court shots here from Varus. I mean, we're at 11 minutes, and there's only been one kill. I think it's safe to say this is not going to be a kill-a-minute game. Ezreal just going to check Dragon Pit. Alright, hanging out the Smite. I think they want to make a play for this dragon. The Mountain Dragon. I know what things are called.
You got it.
Yeah. Well, not without some trouble. Okay, they're trying to burn this down. Let's see. Looks like Gold Diggers are going to show up for this. Maybe they're going to go in for the steal, but they don't get it, and the Dominate is too far in and is taken out. But look at this, an amazing Nico Wall. 2 targets down, a flash in from Azale. A lot of big circle ults being used here, and a couple kills do come out. Wow, they get the dragon, but I don't know if that was worth it.
Yeah, so they get the dragon, but Gold Diggers get 2 kills, which in the early game I think is worth trading. Like, you always want to get, like on the side of Gold Diggers, like if they get the dragon and you get kills for it, you don't feel that bad because that gold can maybe be more effective before the dragon even becomes relevant. Oh, Aatrox thought he was going to get yoinked there and I think popped his ult, unfortunately. Did not
Yeah,
get anything
he
for
might
it.
be able to.
Malphite does have his ult here. He doesn't know where Shyvana is. Skarner's in the area. Yeah, they might just go for this turret at least.
Yeah, I think that's probably smart. But, ooh, okay. Okay, he's
no.
gonna pull him out of turret range.
Ooh, smart. He's gonna die though.
He is. Aatrox does not have ult. Well done. So much damage. Janna finishes off the kill. Support's gotta get those support kills.
Sports need gold too. Hashtag sports need gold too.
Hashtag supports need gold too. Well done. And well said. Wow.
Oh my goodness.
What's your favorite book? Out of curiosity.
My favorite book?
Yeah, man. In the meantime, while these teams build up, before anything interesting happens, what's your favorite book? And you know, you can have multiple favorite books. And okay, well, you think about that. Okay, Aatrox 2v1ing right here, but he still doesn't have ult. Shyvana's gonna get that kill.
No, he's dead. Wow. The Damidia is popping off on the Shyvana.
Really is.
4-1.
Yeah. 2 minutes ago, this was a
So-
1-0 game.
Yeah. So I actually am not a huge reader.
Sure.
Recently, I picked up a couple books for the quarantine. So I have The Name of the Wind, which is recommended by
Patrick
multiple people.
Rothfuss. Yes, so wonderful.
And then the other one I have right here, I haven't started yet though. It's called Strangers in Their Own Land,
Ooh,
which is about.
I've not heard of that.
It's a little political, but it's about like the people, like immigrants living in America after like the Trump election,
Sure.
and
gotta
like
be
how they
interesting and relevant.
feel. Yeah, how they like feel. So
Cool. Oh, this is a very good time to get some reading done. Oh, physical's
and
getting
it's
good.
also it's interesting. So, but yeah, not gonna lie, LeChance, I've been gaming during the
Yeah?
quarantine.
Yeah, same dude. I've
Gaming a lot.
picked up an Apex Legends addiction in the meantime.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I haven't played much Apex Legends. I was playing some Valorant.
Oh yes, the Riot brand shooter.
Which I really liked.
Were you ever a CS:GO boy?
No, I actually like really wasn't. So it was kind of new to me, but I enjoyed it a lot. I'm a Sage player, so I like to heal people,
Cool. It's nice. It's kind of you.
revive people, and then like I said, I've been playing a lot of Legends of Runeterra. So I am a TCG player.
Wow. All right.
I love TCGs. Love Magic. Played Yu-Gi-Oh! I even played Pokemon TCG.
Shut
I played
up.
them all.
Did you play Yu-Gi-Oh with any understanding or Pokemon with any understanding? I never knew what was going on. Ooh, the dumb idiot is hiding, by the way. Oh, great. Malphite
Here he
ult. The dumb
comes.
idiot comes in. It's gonna continue to pop off at this Shyvana, but Aatrox is here. He wants this fight. Azale coming in as well. Can he take the 4v1? Maybe not. Shyvana says, I'm not done with you. Come back. They get that kill, and they're gonna turn back and take Rift Herald.
Wow.
Back to my Pokemon
That idiot
question.
is like really popping off.
Really is.
So yeah,
just win
so
the
I would
game
say
outright.
it was like a few years ago, 2016 or 2017,
Oh.
2015. Oh my God, the Vladimir, with that Nico flash.
Yeah.
Unlucky. I think he meant to Q forward and then flash back, but he flashed forward at the same place he queued. So I played Yu-Gi-Oh because I used to play it as a kid.
Sure.
And then I stopped playing because, like, when I was in high school,
obviously we're like really stupid and we care what people think.
Of course.
And all my friends were like the preppy kids, so I was like, oh, my friends are gonna think I'm a nerd. So I stopped playing it, and then my cousin who I live with now told me that like that devastated him because he loved playing it.
Oh no.
And so my cousin is a really good job, and he was like, I want you to play with me, like competitively. I want you to play the game. And we did play by the rules back in the day, like we knew what we were doing, but
Sure.
like we were just playing our own like shitty decks we built.
Right.
I was like, yeah, sure. So he bought me like a really top tier deck, and we played.
That's awesome.
We were like really playing for a while, and then the meta in that game, that game is like really fun.
Aggressively.
It changes aggressively, but it also is like it's really fun. That game, like when it's fun, it's like I would say it's like my favorite TCG. Actually, it's like it can be really fun.
Mm-hmm.
But some of the metas like are like if you go first you win type deal, where it's like
Sure.
like the game is designed like there's no resources. It's like your cards are your resources. So
Yeah.
if you go first, you just win the game.
Yeah.
Because you can make this like basically unbreakable board and you just win. They can't beat it. And they've implemented cards and new things to try to fix that, but it's still like I don't know. Also, it's really
Ooh, a
expensive.
flash suppressed Shyvana right
nice.
here. This is the 2v1. Let's see. Okay, this is the.
I think he just wins this.
I think he does, yeah, and I think he just realized that he's going to turn, and now he's fighting this Aatrox. Thanks, a teleport coming in from the side of Ground Zero Gaming. They need some help here, and the ult comes down, but Banks still alive, goes down right just there. Morgana ult's going to lay down some stuns, and Azilium is going to get a great ult here.
Oh my
Stuns
God.
Vladimir over the wall. This is just victory after victory, defeat in detail for Gold Diggers. Well played. That is a 3-0, and Gold Diggers are seriously in the lead and starting to run away with this game.
Yeah, they are popping off.
7 minutes ago, this was a 1-0 game.
Yeah, really well done on the side of Gold Digger's physical. 2 just really good games back to back. This time he's like really able to show stuff with his Malphite, and the Dumb Idiot also like he did have a pretty good game on that Sejuani.
Yeah.
And this time he gets to play the Shyvana, and he's playing AD, which is, I would say, the less popular version of Shyvana now, but still is like really popping off. There's a pretty big lead in the bot lane, and they do have the Vladimir scaling, so the game isn't over. It's only a 4k gold lead, and we've all seen the Vladimir like 1v9 in the late game, but it is looking really good here for the Gold Diggers.
Absolutely.
But like I said, the meta in that game, like, it's really expensive too.
Sure.
Like, right, like I was thinking about during the quarantine, like after I was talking with my roommate, is the one who I played with. He was like, "Well, we should play because we live right next to this like pretty awesome shop where like a lot of people come and play." But it's like the deck I want to play. Like, there's a card. It's a 3 of, and each it's like $100 a card. I'm like, I'm not gonna. You know, I mean, it's ridiculous. So it's like the secondary market in that game is so bad. And then we played Pokemon for a bit. Pokemon's fun, but I just felt like, I don't know. I didn't like it that much. I just
didn't capture your heart in the same way.
I just feel like it's the tournament, because it's like run by like, I don't know, Nintendo or whatever. Like all tournaments have to be free, like local game store tournaments. There's like no prize support, so it's like you play like 5 rounds, and if you win, you get like a pack.
Right.
And it's like if you like playing, and for kids, it's great. You know, like that's awesome. Of
course, right.
But for like me, it wasn't that fun. And then I really like Magic.
Speaking of kids, it looks like these guys are here to play. Okay, all right, the ult comes down. Aatrox gets knocked up right here. Polar Bear doing a good job of falling down. Wait,
wow.
Oh, right. Polar Bear was playing Cho'Gath before. I was like, he's ADC now?
Yeah, he was their bot laner, and he's popping off on the Ezreal.
That seems to be the eventual evolution of a lot of like how people play games. Is that like people dabble in Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon, and I mean I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh is sort of a you know, if you like the game, you like the game, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. But I think Magic has a little bit more like staying power, and it's just a little bit more consistent of a game in general.
More balanced.
Absolutely.
I think Yu-Gi-Oh is just like not balanced very well, and then I think like I like the art a lot. I like the mechanics. Like I think there's like fun things. I think a lot of the I think Magic. The reason Magic is like quote unquote balance is the cards don't do anything like radically different every time they come out, right? They're always
Right.
doing like similar things, so it's not like you're getting like this strategy that does like this crazy cool stuff, which
Right.
is cool. And that's like why you get the balance. The negative is like the variation isn't as much. You don't have these like cool archetypes, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah. But again, another shout out. I'm gonna plug it. I'm a Riot Games shill apparently.
Uh-huh. Yes.
But Legends of Runeterra is super fun. It's like it reminds me of like a mix between Magic and Hearthstone. It takes like the good parts
I've
of
been hearing
Hearthstone,
that.
like the good parts of Magic, and I am like super addicted. I think it's really fun. Like they have the colors from Magic. They have They have what I wish Hearthstone had, which is like interaction. There's like instants, you know, and this where so like it goes to your turn, but when your opponent plays a card, you're allowed to like play something in response, which I love.
Yeah, that's a very new. It's a great new feature. Like just to see in card games like that. It's also just cool to see a game that was made by, obviously built to succeed. I think something Riot does a really good job of is like learning from other games, and I feel like you see a lot of that in there.
I agree. So definitely shout out. And I think I like it too because it's not like it's cheap. Like it's cheaper than like Hearthstone. Like so I played like if you play Hearthstone, you just buy a bunch of packs, right? But to get the cards, but with this, like you literally can buy the cards you want, and you get a ton of free stuff. Like just logging on, you get like free legendaries.
Ooh,
free.
speaking of
Oh my
free,
god!
this fight, let's see the dumb idiot coming in right here. Lots of damage back and forth, and kills him just before his Q comes up.
Yeah, I mean this Shyvana is a menace. He's so strong. Double on hit items, working towards his death stance. He'll be so hard to kill.
I mean, this is remnant of not this matchup, but what was his name? Kira on that Silas, who just like got that lead and pushed
Cooney.
it. So Cooney on that Silas
Cooney.
just like got that lead, and the dumb idiot is doing the same thing where he's like, all right, I'm strong. I know I'm strong. I'm just gonna kill everything that I come across. I'm a big scary dragon. Hear me roar.
For sure.
God.
Another friend.
Thank you for whoever. A special thanks to whoever subscribed in the twilight hours of listening to Happy
Great.
Cloud and I.
Bong hole.
Great
Is
bongo.
fun.
Thanks
Great
so much.
Bong hole.
The fact that you heard our addle-brained ramblings and were like, I want more of this.
We are going on almost 3.5 hours now.
3.5. This is like
Casting.
absolutely. But we're here. We're here, and we're in the final stretch, and this is what you get from us. We give a lot of different kinds of entertainment, and some of them are just talking about our lives, and some of it's casting these League of Legends games. When it gets into the 4th hour, it's really a coin flip on what we settle on. So contextually, if you're listening to this on YouTube and you're super confused as to what's going on, that's the context.
We do have a YouTube channel.
We
now,
do!
By the way.
Very spiffy YouTube channel.
Check it out.
Makes it very easy to go back and watch games. And, we're now in the 3rd week of this season, and if you are looking to do your due diligence and learn about other teams, and also just listen to some great content, some real salt of the earth voices from Happy Cloud and I, then you can check them out at our YouTube channel, which I'm pretty sure there's a link somewhere in the Twitch, or you can just look up Low Budget LCS on YouTube. It should come up. Gosh. Alright, Varus Poke is still like within acceptable ranges. Ooh, physical. Doing the 2v1 right here. 3v1 if you count the minion wave. Gets stunned up right here. Okay. The whole ults. 2 ults. God, and he ults away. 3 ults used, and here's the Shyvana! Big Dragon Boy coming in from downtown. Flash over the wall. Teleports coming in. Skarnar trying to get this damage onto Physical. He's like, I will kill you eventually. And Torque gets him. Alright, question is, how strong is Shyvana? Gets stunned up. This is the whole team here. And Shyvana's the prize. Okay, they catch technically nobody right now. Another teleport coming in. Ooh, Vladimir on the back end takes out Ezreal, and down goes Morgana. And this is a weird turn of events. The team that is behind is winning this fight handily. It is a 3-0. And now the Dragon.
Yeah, so Ground Zero Gaming showing their prowess in the late game. They're like pulling it back. That was really good for them. They were able to kind of fight and play around the Shyvana. 3 for 0. I mean, they have the Vladimir. Like, Vladimir is super scary in the late game with Chance, so this game is far from over. They have 3 dragons. They're 1 off the soul. If they get the soul, they probably can win.
Absolutely. I mean,
the game's even. All the gold's on the Shyvana, and I would say as a whole, they outscale the enemy team.
I will say, the Shyvana really didn't fight in that fight, you know? Spent most of it sort of looking for an opportunity that never arose, and as long as Ground Zero Gaming keeps making those situations happen... Ooh, yes! I knew it in my heart! This is not bias, I just love it when Morgana Pool steals things, and I cannot believe that it got that Scuttle Crab. Well done, Azael. Or I guess you got really lucky, and good job getting lucky. Alright. Clearing out some vision. You know, they've got to be nervous. Gold Diggers have got to be nervous after losing that last fight. You know, it's a fight they should have won. And I think they're going to try and make something happen soon enough. It does look like they're trying to clear out vision for this Baron, and now they've got it. The question is, what will they do with it? Because the next Dragon's not up for another 3 minutes. So that Scuttle's going to expire well before that. Physical, this great mountain.
Hulking mountain of a man.
Hulking mountain of a man.
So here we go. We're gonna have to see. I mean, no team looks like they're posturing for the Baron. I think the Gold Diggers are really just worried here about the enemy team getting the Baron or the Dragon.
Sure.
They've about 2 minutes 40 seconds, roughly 3 minutes here to get to prepare.
Mm-hmm.
They're farming up for items. This what's his face? Got Vladimir. That's the champion.
Yeah.
He is huge. He is on 3 items, LeChance. He is a monster.
Ooh, yes, he is.
I could see him going super ham and just popping off and killing everyone. So we'll have to see. I do think Shyvana with this death stance is going to be really hard to kill, and there's not much in the way of any Grievous wounds on the side of Ground Zero Gaming.
Right.
So that might be his saving grace.
That's true. We'll see.
Chance, I'm gonna say this, the death stance,
Yeah.
I think is pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, it's a insane item. Wow, Varus? I'm sorry. Varus was in such a risky position right there. Okay, Scuttle Crab gets fully turned over. To Ground Zero Gaming. Ground Zero Gaming can taste it. They want this to be a 2-0. Of course. I know that's a very obvious statement. Of course they would like to win. Wouldn't shock anyone by saying that. I'd shock people if I said they really wanted to lose. So I'm not even sure if we'd call that shocking. Regardless, once again, my brain is a pile of mashed potatoes. Or
Yeah.
soup, whatever you like. Oh, great blue steel. Okay, Infernal Drake. The posturing. The dance will begin. An elegant dance reminiscent of a waltz. A Vietnamese
What-
waltz. What'd you say?
I said, one might say.
Indeed. The box step begins as the partners arrive to the dance floor. And who's on their dance card? What's this? The Infernal Drake for both of them. Incredible. Thrilling narrative. That's what I'm fucking here for. Alright. She arrives. Okay, alright. Aatrox walking in. First conflict here. We got a level 16 Malphite, and there goes the dragon. That's Shyvana for you. So fast. They just, if they have the ability to burst that down incredibly fast, and now the next dragon's going to be incredibly important because it's Soul Point. And they traded turret for it. I think that was not bad. What do I
Yeah,
know?
pretty insane.
I don't think anything comes of this.
Pretty insane that they like just gave up the dragon like that. Okay, here we go.
All right,
1v1.
I'm wrong. Something is coming of this. The whole Malphite ult came out, and obviously Aatrox versus Malphite. Here's the 1v1, but also, oh, he misses that in the flash, and the Q follows him down. Boy, I was wrong, and it looks like we may have had accidental hourglass.
So,
By the way, accidental hourglass, great band name.
that should be here. Yeah, could be a band name. Don't underestimate GZG. They don't stop fighting till the Nexus is down. I'm not underestimating them. I actually think they could totally win.
Absolutely.
I'm just surprised they just gave up the dragon. But, you know, they might just want to fight when they're, what's his face? Vladimir is as powerful as possibly could be. They should get some healing reduction here for the Shyvana, I would say. Vlad was top. They can't fight a 4v5. Yeah, he was top,
Absolutely, yeah. He made the decision.
but he had
to
the teleport, and I'm just I say I was surprised he didn't come down for the drag. That was the point.
Yeah, I think overall, not a bad call for him to stay up there just because of how fat. Like, as soon as they saw that Gold Diggers had a better like position than them, just knowing how fast Shyvana can take a dragon. Hey, let's
for sure.
rewind time. We're back here now. Although now, maybe this was the case last time, but it's level 16 Aatrox. 161, but still a scary boy. Let's see. Malphite throwing some Qs over the wall. And it looks like Skarnar's in a side lane. Backing, maybe not where he needs to be, and the whiff of the ult right there. They walked up, they were a little bit too excited. Jen ult comes out, and oh my god, Azael goes just a little bit too far. Morgana taken down, I believe by a turret hit.
It was a really good John ult. It actually kind of stopped Nico from getting in there,
Yeah, that was like immediate.
CCing the entire team.
Vladimir is big, for sure. Oh, Evo, trying to deal a little bit of damage. I mean, this Malphite's level 18. Ooh, oh, great stopwatch right there. Varus goes down right after that. Skarnar flashing in, but another hourglass is going to let him live. And Vladimir is not winning against this Shyvana. Shyvana takes him down. If Vlad's gone, who is going to take this giant Shyvana down? I don't think it's going to be anybody. That is a full ace for Gold Diggers to Ground Zero Gaming. And now they're going to turn their eyes to the Baron. Maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, this.
they're most likely going to get the Baron here. It's not the end of the world for them.
Sure. That was not an ideal fight for Ground Zero Gaming.
No, it wasn't an ideal fight, and this Vladimir, I think at most he has 30% CDR. which I really think when you're maybe he could have 30, maybe 35%, but I think when you play Vlad, you want to reach that 40-45% CDR cap.
Mhm.
It really makes Vlad like insanely strong. I do think either going for the CDR boots or itemizing, just sitting on like a Fiendish Codex before this next fight will be ideal. And this Shyvana is just such a tear.
Yeah.
No chance. Like, strongest champion on the map. Vladimir's contending her, but Vladimir has to try to kill the backline. And I don't know if his team can withstand the assault.
Ooh, I think this is Dragon's gonna go over to Gold Diggers. I think they've got the inside route right here. I think they've got to commit right now. If
They
wanna
have to
any
go
chance.
in.
They have
Ground
to
Zero
go in
has
right
to
now.
go in.
All right, Vladimir gets stopped up, but Morgana Q's down. Let's see, teleport comes in. This is 5v5. Ground Zero Gaming's got to win this.
Oh, whoa,
or...
Vladimir had like an angle right there. I was surprised he just didn't.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. Okay, they're starting the dragon up. Okay, looks like, wow, everything's going in. Skarnar is living through this, surprisingly, is suppressing that dumb idiot. And Shyvana's on the back line, about half health. Mapflight comes in, knocks up 2 characters, and this is going to be potentially another full ace. The Vladimir's still alive, but a triple kill. This Shyvana, no one can stop them. It's the quadra kill. That just is wild.
Yeah, that might be the game.
I think
Vladimir was able to get
be.
into the back line, but like his team just can't contend with the Shyvana. They need some Grievous wounds on their team. Varus is like selling his lethality to switch to the on-hit because I think he realized that on-hit might have been the better choice. It's not really going to matter. I think the game is over. But yeah,
No, I believe it is.
Good try. Ground Zero Gaming almost able to pull that one back. But this Shyvana, like, the dumb idiot actual 1v5, like, so strong.
For real. Yeah, Gold Diggers did a really good job. I mean, that game was, nothing was happening in it, and then they made stuff happen. Really well done.
Really. And Gold Diggers, I would say game 1 they had a good early game, but they were not. They kind of got outscaled and they were not able to like close out the game. This was a better showing. I'm really impressed, actually. Yeah, good job to both teams.
Absolutely. Those damage charts show exactly what we saw.
Yeah, I mean, lethality Varus shows like it does a ton of damage, but in the late game, it is more for like poking backline and doing damage over time and not like killing these threats. And they just didn't have anyone who could really deal with Shyvana here, fortunately. Yeah. Physical and the Dumb Idiot, I think, are showing that they're a really powerful duo. A lot of pressure both games given to that top lane from jungle. This time it really paid off for them. Toke Life showing that he like consistently got farm leads both games and got really huge, but it just wasn't meant to be. I will say like a drafting error I think from Ground Zero Gaming was going with this Skarner with when Morgana was picked first of all.
Wait.
Like I think Skarner on like 3 is okay, and then you can ban Morgana on the second rotation. But like with Morgana being up, it kind of negates the whole pick, right? Makes it like makes it like way worse. Yeah.
I desperately need to run to the bathroom. I am gonna throw. How do you feel about an interview for a moment with somebody from the Gold Diggers?
Yeah, that's fine.
Whoops, I went to the wrong channel real quick. Let's see. I think we'll probably keep these super short. The reason being, of course, we've been streaming for 3.5 hours. Go for Eno. I'm LeChance, and I am here with Happy Cloud, also known as Glue Woo. He has a variety of names. Man of many hats.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna bring Azael up here. Azael, welcome to the desk. I'm gonna leave you with Happy Cloud as I sprint to the bathroom. Congrats on that victory, by the way.
Thank you. Can I say one thing real quick?
Yes.
Did you see that Zonius?
The one in the bush?
Fuck.
Yes.
I mean,
It's okay.
I switched
Uh,
it. I switched it with my ward. I
We
tried to
just said
ward the bugs.
we just thought it was like accidental Zanya's. Like
It,
you were
it was totally.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
It's
Let's
kind of
see.
funny though, because I died that next fight because I didn't have Sonias.
Oh, well, there you go. We didn't see that, so that's okay. So yeah, good job. We commented kind of before you joined, but we said that I think game one you guys had a similar lead in terms of like the top and jungle lead was
They
pretty
were
huge. Game
they
one.
were really scary. Like the Ornn items on Varus and Corki, it was just they were just really strong.
Yeah,
pretty
this
much,
game you guys got to
all throughout.
close the game out more and like really force your lead. I think putting the dumb idiot
Yeah.
on carry jungler
It was
as
a comfort pick, yeah.
considering he got a lot of gold both games, and this time it looked like he was able to kind of throw his weight around. Like I think Sejuani can carry, but him being able to take more of
Him
that
being
role,
him being on damage is very good.
yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
awesome. You were commenting in the Twitch chat earlier that you guys are coming
Bro,
back for your revenge on Frank's little beauties.
Then I jinxed myself and trolled the first game, but
Yeah,
you know,
it's okay. So I was excited about your Cho'Gath Thresh lane,
they
but you
picked
picked it as
Morg.
Morgana.
They picked Morg.
Yeah, so I
Yeah, it was
commented on
impossible.
that. You guys kind of got your revenge because they picked Skarner into your Morgana, which I also commented I wasn't sure if that was that great.
Yeah, that's Morg pick was good there, or against the Skarner at least. But if I feel like if I picked someone else other than Thresh, then I might have been able to do stuff more because I kind of just like flay and queue them out of Cho'Gath queues. That's just it's not a good combo. We need to work on that.
It's okay. Well, you guys definitely look like you've improved a lot since week one, where I saw you last. Is there any shout outs or anything you want to say?
Not really. GG's to Ground Zero Gaming. That was a lot of fun. Except the first landing phase, I couldn't do anything. But like overall, that was fun. They were really fun matches. And thanks for having me.
Of course. Take it easy. So if anyone from Ground Zero Gaming wants to hop in, you totally can. If not, we will also we could totally end the stream. I know it's been a long one. We're going on 3 hours here. 4 hours almost, actually. I think for some parting words, I'd like to say that shout out to both teams. Gold Diggers, you improved a lot. Shout out to Ground Zero Gaming. I'm a fan. Low budget LCS, we're not afraid to show our caster bias, and I love Ground Zero Gaming. You guys did well. Please itemize Grievous Wounds against these Healy champs, though, guys. That goes for everyone. And in terms of what's coming up, we have 6 matches that are happening this week. Okay. We have a match Wednesday. We might stream a match tomorrow at 10:30, pretty late. And then Thursday we'll have a match at 7:45 and another one at 9:30. Who's playing? I'm not entirely sure. I might be able to look that up. So Glacial Tundra. So Thursday, THC, the Happy Canadians versus Cloud9. Be 7:45 Eastern on Thursday. Tune in. Bonobo Boys versus the Pace Tasters. My
Your
economy
counterparts.
team is going to be on Thursday at 9:30 EST. So right after, so you guys will get to go back to back, kind of like today. Glacial Tundra will play against the Silver Drillers at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. And the No Squares will get to play against Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome, at 10:30 p.m. EST. And Better Mental will be able to play against, or not Better Mental, Bonk Gang think this we're playing is playing against the Glue Eaters sometime this weekend as well.
We have
So.
so many games that are lined up for this week. Also, incredible vamping job.
Yeah. Another thing, follow us on Twitch if you haven't, please. If you're new, check out the Low Budget LCS Discord. It's right there. Copy that link. We accept all. Fun community. We have over, I was told last week, we have over 250 players in all our leagues, which is super cool. What else? We have a YouTube channel. Go check it out. The VODs will be on there. Feel free to hit us up in community. The staff are very easy. Admins are great. If you need any help with anything, totally. Or any criticism you want to leverage against us, or anything you want to tell me. If you want to give props to LeChance for how amazing he is,
Oh,
do it in
shucks.
the community chat.
Or if you want to tell us that we're garbage admins,
You can also do that. This league is trash.
This league is trash. We work at retail,
Yeah, you can do everything you want.
Absolutely.
Yeah, tune in tomorrow, guys. It will be a late one, but it will be happening.
It will indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it, dude. This was so much fun casting with you. This was, I think, the longest one that we've done together for sure. 3 hours and 40 minutes.
We did cast.
Oh, that's
maybe
true.
Did I cast the finals with you?
I think so, but I think that was a 3-0 that was like pretty.
That was like a 3-0 pretty quick, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe it was on par. This was more games than that.
Also, we will be. One thing that I was told that would be nice, it would be to have the standings.
So that is something that we can make happen.
So we can potentially have the standings updated, maybe even before or after the match, and that way people can see where these teams are before they play. Because I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm not a great cast. I'm not great at this. I don't have all the standings memorized. I know Frank's Little Beauties is undefeated.
Yep.
But I know these two teams are pretty close, so it'd be nice to see where they are in the standings.
Yeah, absolutely. We can make that happen.
Yeah.
And I think that's where we'll end it. Happy Cloud, a pleasure. I'm LeChance, and any last words?
No, thanks for watching, everyone. Appreciate it.